How's everybody doing? Hello, hello. Jumping in at the 4 minute mark. How's everybody doing? Thank you, Didi, so much for your $2.99 super chat sticker. I could see it here on my phone. It's a pair. It's okay. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I do want to jump into this because I'm not going to be on here for too long either. As you guys know from the Discord, my brother made turkey this year, and he made the stuffing and green bean casserole. And as you guys might have guessed, that I got sick, so I didn't want to, not eat the food. And him being the first turkey and the first green beans that he made, I had the green beans. That one messed me up, and so. I mean, every year it messes me up, and I didn't have that much. But I think just everything was undercooked. I think everything was undercooked. So I'm feeling a little bit better. I got some food, got some water, got me a Coke Zero, so I should be okay now. So I'm not going to be on here for too long, but I do want to go over this real quick. And let me say hi to chat and everybody. Jazzy, hey, how you doing? No, you're already sterling. Yeah, no worries, no worries. We're all learning. Gold, good to see you again. Jazz, good to see you. Dalden, good to see you. Marisa, good to see you. D Lucky 6808, good to see you. Didi, again, good to see you. Cindy Guzman, good to see you. Let's see who else is in here. Flojo, what's up? Let's see. All right. Not too long. Not too longer than I do 6 hour live. Jade, how you doing? How you doing? No, he doesn't know he messed me up, and I told my mom to make sure that she recooks everything because I had thrown up. So I told her to make sure that she cooks everything. But I wanted to check you guys in post Thanksgiving, and hopefully you guys had a good day. Let me go over this real quick. I do want to jump into it because I'm not sure how long I can sit up straight. But let me jump onto this, and this is from Sloan. And let's see, where is it? Oops. Let's see, here it is. And yeah, if you want to come up, Flojo, if not, then cool, no worries. But let me share this with you guys. Let me share my screen. Stop this one right here, and then we'll jump right into it. Hopefully, I didn't miss anybody. No, I'm feeling I'm feeling a lot better right now. A lot better. I mean, I was like, uh, I was like, all right, here we go. I mentally prepared myself. Let me share my screen. You're shy? All of a sudden. All of a sudden. So again, trigger warning. I want to make sure that I have a trigger warning here because it is a heavy topic, but let me share my screen. Let's see. So again, full credit to Sloan for this video. Whoops. Let me stop sharing. Let me go through this. Let me do this. Let me do that. Hey, Norma Guerra, good to see you. Just my brother and to cook everything, so I just didn't want to. I don't know. I just was like, I'm gonna eat his food. I don't want to. I don't know. I just wanted to be a good brother. It was his first time making the turkey, so I was like, yeah, it's all good. No worries. All right. Again, full credit for Sloan. He's doing good things, so I'll make sure to drop the link. So let me play this real quick so that we can go into it. So he has sources, and his channel's big, so I wouldn't get it past me that these sources are good. So let's jump right into it. Here we go. definitely going to get
So
copyright
there's
for
a lot
that.
of tension behind the scenes within the David investigation between the LAPD, the medical examiner's office, and the media. There's been a lot of misinformation out there, and I've been trying my best to keep you guys up to date on this investigation. And it seems like my video has reached some people who are working behind the scenes. And in particular, there's an anonymous source who has seen Celeste's remains who's come to me and wanted to clear the air
Trigger
on
warning.
some of
Trigger
the
warning.
information floating around. Now, I want to keep this source anonymous because I feel I'm honored that they did come to me and I want to respect this. And after doing some vetting, I do believe that this person has been around Celeste's remains and does have some of the details that we're missing. Remember, TMZ claims they have their own source within the medical examiner's office, and I do not believe that we're speaking to the same person because they have information that contradicts what TMZ is saying.
Very well-connected source connected to the medical examiner, the LA County Medical Examiner. And they doubled, tripled, quadrupled, and sextupled down that the body was found in a partially frozen state.
This is graphic because we've got some of those disturbing details to go through, so let's talk about it. So Celeste's remains arrived at the medical examiner's office in 3 garbage bags. One bag had her legs, one bag had her torso, cut above mid-thigh. Another bag.
So bags. Remember how we were talking about if she was in a bag or bags, and we kept saying bags? So this is what Sloan is saying, is that he has a source like close to the investigation or the medical examiners that came out with this. So I got to make sure I make commentary for fair use. And again, I'll drop his link in the well, it's in the description, and also I'll drop it in here too because I know he's doing some really good work with this. This is my first time seeing this, so here we go.
Had her head and her arms. This already contradicts what some of the reporting says, that Celeste was not decapitated. My source is saying 3 bags. We've got the legs in one torso and the head and arms in another, which would mean that she was decapitated. But there is an LAPD captain who was quoted saying that her body was partially dismembered but not decapitated. So again, something that's being misreported that my source wanted the world to know. My source wanted to focus on the cuts in particular. I mean, we know that Celeste was dismembered, decapitated, cut down at the neck and to the mid-thigh. Multiple different cut marks were visible on the bones. Some looked like they may have come from a...
Let me hear that again. Wow. Let me hear that again. Hold on. This is from the medical examiner. I guess Sloan got this came out like about an hour ago from the medical examiners. There's a leak that somebody came to him and leaked this information. And I mean, some of the information is pretty shocking. So let me go back a little bit. I want to hear that again. And thank you, Flo, for sending me this. And thank you, everybody else who posted this on my Discord. Thank you so much.
But there is an LAPD captain who was quoted saying that her body was partially dismembered but not decapitated. So again, something that's being misreported that my source wanted the world to know. My source wanted to focus on the cuts in particular. I mean, we know that Celeste was dismembered, decapitated, cut down at the neck and to the mid-thigh. Multiple different cut marks were visible on the bones. Some looked like they may have come from a hand saw that was not very effective. Other markings looked like an electric tool. Our source claims that they saw evidence of at least 3 different tools being used. It kind of goes along with what Steve said at one point. There were farm tools. Investigator Steve, sorry.
Damn, 3 different tools. Wow. Wow. Yeah, trigger warning, guys. Trigger warning. Again, full credit to Sloan. I just checked out his channel. I wasn't too familiar with his channel. And, man, he's doing some good things. So check him out. He's on the description. But here we go. Yeah, trigger warning.
I feel like we're so used to talking about him, but he's been on this case, and he says that there were farm tools discovered at the...
Yeah, this is, again, take this with a grain of salt. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for that, Deladank. I appreciate that. And take it with a grain of salt. But a lot of the information that coming out here, I was like, wow, his channel is huge, so I know he vets his sources, but again, yes, take it with a grain of salt.
Home that was in Los Angeles. So maybe those are the same tools that our EM saw that were used on this body.
Searched the home and that he found, and look, does this mean anything? Does it not? That's the question. But he claims basically heavy machinery and farm equipment, equipment that you could use to potentially get rid of a body. So he says these things were found.
This is a portion of my conversation with our source. I will redact it in portions throughout the video to protect their identity, but I wanted to go through the cutting aspect. They're saying that the fact that there were multiple tools used is a reason why David is not maybe the sole suspect. It seems like other people had their turn, like helping out with him. I don't know. It's so disturbing. They rate the amount of force it takes to cut a body in the way that you can determine the force by the teeth marks from, let's say, a saw. If I tried cutting her and it took 20 times to get her leg off, it may not take you, another person, to 20 times to do the same because you may be stronger than this person is. So there's inconsistent cut marks from more than one tool, which makes it possible to have more than one suspect. They also say it looks like whoever was supposed to finish the job never did and left her the way she was found rather than act.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a huge channel, and he's got a reputation, Sloan, to protect. And again, I haven't seen him, but I know a lot of the Shark family sees other creators, obviously, and see him too. So again, take it with a grain of salt, but um, it's information nonetheless, and it sounds like it's leaked information. And it says it looks like whoever was supposed to finish the job never did and left her the way she was found, and rather than disposing of her body. So let me continue. I'll rewind it a bit too for those that came in late.
Actually disposing of her body. Forensic
For
technology
short video.
uses teeth marks from something like a saw to estimate the force that was used, which I guess the way that her body was chopped shows that there was different levels of force being used. Because of the cut patterns and the force appearing in.
Hey Whitney, how you doing? And Chloe too, and then Jenny, I think, was in here too. If you guys just are coming in, wave your hand, raise your hand, I'll shout you out. Sharon, turn, good to see you. Yeah, there's some leaked information coming out. So let me play this.
Consistent, they think that there's more than one person involved. Now let's talk about the frozen aspect. So our source claims that the only time Celeste was ever frozen was when she was being placed in the crypt. The crypt is at the medical examiner's office. It's where they put the body as they're going through, like, testing it and reviewing it so it stays as fresh as possible. According to our source, they don't believe Celeste was frozen or ever frozen. They also described Celeste's remains as soupy or waterlogged, which shows extreme decomposition. Remember, TMZ has been adamant that their source within this investigation believes that she was frozen. TMZ reported that we're told the body parts were partially frozen and had been thawing out sitting in David's trunk. In another report, they write that it appeared the body had been frozen somewhere and was thawing out. But the LAPD captain who's running this said on the LAPD side that the body was never frozen. TMZ has doubled down, saying they have a very connected source within the medical examiner's office that does say that she was frozen. Here is the LAPD statement. They released this on November 21st, where they stated the body was, again, not frozen. So there's this back and forth. And I don't know what's going on here. Harvey suspects that maybe his source at the medical examiner's office is right, and there's some issues within the LAPD and the ME's office, and they can't decide what the facts are. But either way, our source claims that their team, the people there, do not believe the body was ever frozen, which does lead you to question where was her body, because they do believe that she was dead for months and months. So where did they store her? They said the decomposition was so advanced they could not visually tell if she had been strangled or otherwise.
And we'll talk about that too. The water logging, that's pretty interesting too. So we'll talk about that too. Let's see. I think somebody raised their hand. Jenny, good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. Yeah, if you guys want to come up, I'll drop the link. And if you guys want to come up and maybe have your opinions, thoughts, or whatnot. Let me play this again. Again, full credit for Sloan. I checked him out briefly. He seems like a cool dude. He seems like he's invested with this case, and he seems like a nice guy. And so, yeah.
assaulted. They claimed the smell was overwhelming, much stronger than the usual case, which lines up with how the Tesla was discovered because of that odor. Another interesting piece of information we learned was that Celeste's body reportedly could not be identified through fingerprints, which makes sense. She was waterlogged. They normally might use something like a toenail for DNA, but in this case, they had to use dental records. Again, I don't think that's been released that they used dental records to identify her. There were reports that said that Celeste had a yellow metal chain bracelet on. This is also something I can confirm that my source said, yes, in fact, in the bag where her head and her arms were, there was the bracelet. Right now, within the office, it seems like the rumors. Now, this is what they're saying. So imagine a workplace and everyone's talking about the case. This is kind of what's going around right now. They believe that this was possibly an overdose. They don't see any gunshot wounds. They can't tell if she was strangled. Toxicology is still going through it. I mean, my source said that they're still working on reports. There will be reports at some point. They don't know what it will reveal, but they kind of feel like the working speculation right now is an overdose, and that's how she would have died. My conversation with the source, it's kind of speculated she OD'd due to no obvious signs of injury, like a gunshot wound. Her body was so bad.
So they believe, like within their circles and the medical examiners, that it was an overdose. That would make it a misdemeanor. Where they fudged up was makes it a felony. Is that what you do after the fact? Do you get them help? Do you dismember the body? Do you move the body in a sense to cover up another crime? When I first covered this case, I was so upset because I was like, I was begging the question: does this look like a misdemeanor right here? And here's the picture. I handed it on the left, on the top, and then that's the one from ABC News from the chopper. And I kept saying, does this look like a misdemeanor to you guys? And to me, it wasn't. Whether it is an overdose, but it makes it a felony if you're gonna, do cut up, the body. So let me play this again.
You can't even tell.
Yeah, again, take it with a grain of salt, guys. Take it with a grain of salt. I wanted to say that before the video. So again, take this with a grain of salt with the medical examiners coming out of here. This is from Sloan. He just came out with it, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I did want to come kind of check in with you guys with this right here.
She was strangled because her tissues were so thin and sludge. Poor girl, it was awful. Just the smell from her decaying was sad. That is all the information that I've learned from my source. And to give you guys a little bit of insight, I've had several sources within this investigation, people we've spoken about, that I've spoken to. I respect people's anonymity. I do not want to be, I don't want to do anything wrong here. I'm trying my best to verify and to vet everything that I am hearing from people, but there are people who are talking. And if you are out there and you want your information out there, just come to me. Now, of course, we've got a vetting process, so you have to be willing to talk to me. But I do want to talk about the grand jury information. So there's been this secret grand jury meeting where these people are meeting to hear evidence, to hear from witnesses testifying, and to build this case behind the scene that David is the one who did this. Let's talk about what a grand jury means in this case, because they don't immediately hand down a verdict. It's called an investigative grand jury. They hear evidence, subpoena witnesses, and other evidence like videos, records, to help prosecutors decide whether there's enough to charge someone. So it's kind of like a mock jury. Like, would you guys think this guy's guilty? And that's what they're doing. It looks like the grand jury has been hearing evidence for several days in mid-November. If the grand jury do recommend some charges, it doesn't mean the prosecutors will take what they have to say, but at least they'll feel more confident in pursuing with what evidence they have, because if this jury convicted him, then the next probably would too. The fact that they call it this grand jury means that authorities have evidence, and I'm hopefully feeling confident that David will be in prison by the time Christmas rolls around, because if they're presenting this evidence now, it means that they want to hear out the grand jury, hear what they have to say, and if they say, lock him up, then the police will be right up on him. But at the same time, I don't know if they have enough to go and convict him. So I'm thankful to everyone who's trying to get all the information out and trying to keep it straight. I'm really trying to find out what is real, what I can come across, and this case is something I'm heavily invested in, and I know you guys are too. So thank you for being here with me, and I'll see you in a new video soon.
All right. Yeah. Again, take it with a grain of salt. This is just like a rumored leaked information, but I thought it would be interesting to cover this as a check-in with everybody. So, oh man, yeah. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let me go over chat. Give me 1 second. So I guess somebody called into a show, or somebody emailed me or something, and emailed him. And yeah, some people don't buy it, some people are buying it. So again, take it with a grain of salt. Do your own research, do your own investigation too. But I thought was somewhat important to go through it. Let's see. Thank you again, Didi, for the $2.99. Appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It goes a long way. Thank you. Let's go. That's right. Everybody being so freaking cool. What is Mark's email address? I just saw another theory with some more info. Oh, here you go. Let me drop my email. Mark the Shark 943 at outlook.com. There you go. If you guys want to reach out to me, let me just go over comments real quick. Let me catch up on it. Let's see. Jazzy says, I don't want you to hear you throw up. Yeah. I know he did. Just thinking about it, man, with my brother. Oh, man. Is he recovered? Yeah. Says the trigger warning talks of verbal murder and adult content related to mine. I don't know if I did that right, but it doesn't hurt. Yeah, that was good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I know. It's I know, right, Goal? It's devastating, man. Just to hear these details, man. Jenny, how you doing? Says Sloan's a good creator, in my opinion. Yeah, he seems good. I mean, honestly, I checked him out for the first time today, and he seems like he says he's invested. He looks like he's invested in the case, and people are coming to him, because he's a bigger channel. And I mean, he seems like a cool dude from what I just saw. You know what I mean? And he's covering the case. I mean, my respects to him on that. Other than that, I don't know much about him, but he seems like a good dude. Let's see. Del Dang Mark, can we only take his word for it, but we don't know for sure if he even really talked to the ME. It's like somebody close to the ME is what he was saying. Goal says, yeah, and she had a black top, leggings, and a tube top. Right, that was one of the first reports that came out, right? That's what she was wearing. Yep. Close says, I'm sorry, I'm coming in late, but has this person say anything about their sources? Obviously not identified by vetting them. Yeah, they did. Sloan said that they vetted them. So I don't know what that process is or how that works. Again, take it with a grain of salt. Del Deng says, I'm not falling for it, but someone's trying to definitely cause conflict by confusing the public. It could be too, right? It could be like this confusion. It could be that the medical examiner's office is like, let's leak this stuff because they're having issues with the LAPD, in the sense of, well, we have this philosophy, like full transparency. And then the LAPD is like, no, it'll compromise the investigation. So you have like a conflict there, as we've seen, and we've had like they have difference of opinions in there. And so yeah, drop your theories in there, Joe. And if you want to come up, I give you the link too. Let's see. Yes, the defenses, absolutely. Thank you. Yep. Let's see. So what just happened? Okay, yeah. So I just dropped this right here. Let me play this again. And in a second, let's see. What up, sis? Amy leaked some contradicting information on what teams he said. Deladenk is saying. That Didi says, maybe off topic, do we know where David is, or rather, do we know if authorities do? There's been rumors that he's been under surveillance. I don't know when or how or what period of time, but there's rumors that he's been under surveillance ever since. And as we know, being under surveillance is costly to the department. So I don't know what that entails, if it's 1 day, 2 days, a month. Yeah, but that's the rumor right now. Jazz, I was thinking about the other day, even if different people use the same tool, the marks would be different. Del Dank, all this talk but no official statement at this point, this can only hurt the case. I can't see it being beneficial at all, leaking all this information. That's what the law enforcement was saying too, right? LAPD was saying about that too as well. Is their philosophy is like it's going to contradict, or I mean, compromise. I'm sorry, it's going to compromise the investigation. And then the medical examiner's office is like, let's leak this, let's put this out there. Other countries don't have this. It doesn't hurt the investigation. So their philosophy is different. They're all about full transparency. He says, well, that's wild. He described the job unfinished. Thank you for this, man. Yeah, no worries. Marissa says, Flo, just sent you a link of another video that I saw a few minutes ago. I didn't have Mark's email. Sharon, this is horrific. Yeah. Right on. Thank you, Flo. Thank yeah. Someone is trying to definitely control the narrative. It seems like there is like a push and pull, right, with information. We see that a lot with cases. We see it where it's like information is leaked, then somebody else comes back with something contradicting that, and we see that a lot. And let's see. So that's a good point, Deladang. Thank you for your comment. I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button, guys, if you guys already haven't. It helps out with the algorithm. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. Usually, I honestly don't care about numbers or subs, like how many subs I have, but it is good to recognize my subs in the sense of like milestones of like 500, 1,000, and I know 1,000 gives me ad revenue. I don't know how much. Even if they gave me like 50 cents, $1, whatever, that goes a long way for me, because like there's certain things that I get for $1, like $2 for like Twitter's like $3-4 a month, and then like newspapers, sometimes I sign up for $1, so it goes a long way. So if that, even if it's $1, then that's great. So that's the, that's, I want to be honest with that too with you guys. Thank you so much. Marisa says, yes, it makes a lot of sense. DD Flow, yes, lines up with what your take. Mark, can David be possibly be contradicting timelines to throw off the investigation? And I said, yep, probably, maybe. Thank you, Whitney. Appreciate that. The one trip, Whitney. So someone was hired a task to get the job done and didn't complete it. Hence, in the Tesla, to find the fact that it wasn't completed. Close says, I don't buy this. Sharon says, this made me weak. Oh my God, overdose. Yeah, right. Maybe someone drugged her. That's the thing too, right? I mean, overdose of a minor. I mean, it's just full of felonies, and at this point, it's just when they say, "Oh, only an overdose," it just doesn't seem like, it seems like they're minimizing it. Only an overdose. Only an overdose. Only an overdose. Like, okay, wow. Like, to me, that's huge. I mean, she's a minor, and overdosing, having the drugs, she's got to get the drugs from somewhere, right? I don't think that's lightly. I don't think that's putting it lightly. All right, Dee Dee doesn't buy it. Whitney, but if she was dismembered, how do they know it happened after death? What if he was tortured and died of blood loss? It's interesting. What's up, not Sydney Shia? Hope I'm saying that right. Hey, welcome. Whitney says, I kind of believe what he is saying. The man on Team Z who knew the grand jury judge was speaking at a possibilities of multiple tool dismemberment, and that was days ago. Dank Whitney, but this information was already was out already and was taken back. Someone could be playing the part. Oh, it could be. Jazz was with too many conflicting things in every part, even before her death. I can't believe it was an accident. Right? Whitney, well, if Dell walks up to me, knocks me over, sits on my back, and then says my arm off, did I overdose? All right. It's like you have to do mental gymnastics, right? With that logic. They hired a Timu fixer. Yeah, they should have hired. I don't know if they should have hired someone better. Obviously, I shouldn't have said that. That's like not in good taste. But yeah, the Timu fixer. Yeah. That's why. Let me see, Della. In my opinion, someone is trying to protect David by leaking this information. It could be, right. It could be his lawyers. It could be them working behind the scenes, right? Okay, thank you, Jazz. Yes, I appreciate that. There's some videos that I'm not going to play because it's just too out there, and I'm sorry. I just I'll check them out, but I'm not going to play it. There's some things I just don't want to touch on because I was looking into it and I didn't find anything, so there's no point in me playing it. If you're another creator and you want to play it, good, that's fine, but I'm just I just don't want to play that one. Sorry. It's just some things I will, some things I won't. I didn't find anything on that, so thank you though. I appreciate it though. I really do. Daldang says to conflict the public and confuse those who are investigating the information out there to present the grand jury, in my opinion. Let's see. I would encourage everyone to do cursory research on Alex Hunter, the DA on John Bonet case, and grand jury indictment before this one comes back is announced. It can be misleading. Let me see. Close says, I'm glad you covered this, Mark, because lots of people will be tuning in regardless of the veracity. Personally, I heard several red flags that gave me pause. See, that's good. That's why, I presented it as, okay, take it with a grain of salt. It's a leak, and, make your own conclusions. I found the information interesting, the way they were covering it. And I was like, let me touch on this. Sometimes there's videos that people send me that I don't cover. This one, for some reason, it just, to me, it did have some validity to it, to what they were saying when they said bags. And beyond that, yeah, let me know, Chloe, like what the red flags for you are. Yeah, it would be interesting to know. Definitely. Sharon says, Mark, David owes so much money back to his record label. Remember this, for advancement on a certain amount of records within a certain time frame, that's worth more than a young girl's life. Whoa, that's true, huh? Maybe they're trying to put him out there again, right, to work off his debt. That's interesting. To the record label, because they think like a mafia. We must remember this. Absolutely. When he says that's a good point, he would owe the label back. Mm-hmm. Dang, same. He was dragging Celeste and her family's name through the mud not too long ago. He only goes with what he is trending at the moment. Oh, really? I didn't. Are you talking about Sloan? I didn't know that. Thank you. Yeah, justice for Celeste. Let's see. Sharon Turner. Um, this is a regular non-celebrity, but his butt would have been locked down a long time ago. Absolutely, absolutely. That's the other thing too, right? People have been jailed for a lot less. Not Sydney says, so many conflicts of interest that make me feel like this has gotten actually out of hand. All the whiplash in this case. The last week, I'm about not sure how I feel about the decab, but I don't know a pattern. Just, I'm so mad at David and all of them. Like, what? You did this to her and left her like this? Gosh. The dang. Didn't TMZ report that by this information it puts the lives of those who are speaking to investigators at risk? I could have sworn they said that. Yes, they did. Jazz, I feel like he went home to his mommy. And that's what I feel. I feel like he's in Texas. For whatever reason, that's where his family is. That's where parents are. He's 20 years old, right? And I don't know if he already turned 21, but he's 20. So to me, he should be close to his parents. I don't see why he wouldn't. He's not on tour. He's not doing anything out here work-wise. And that's what his career was, singing. So he doesn't have any shows. So that only leads me to believe that he's over there in Texas. Not Sydney says the socioeconomic differences on how classes are treated by law enforcement and the likes. I would have been in jail before there was even a crime. Absolutely, right there. Absolutely. Close says he's definitely under surveillance. Shoot, look at Donna Adelson. She tried to escape to Thailand before they charged her, and they swooped in and arrested her at the gate. Oh yeah, I saw that. They got her at the gate. Hold on, let me turn my AC and my heater down. Hold on a second. It's like super hot. I turned it up too high, and I got my sweater. 1 second. All right, let me catch up on chat. I think it's sus that his ex-manager has been in Europe all summer and is now in the doctor. That guy's alive and his kids haven't set foot in the US in months, huh? Like the video, let's go. Yeah, dude, like Jesse says, and like the video. Close. I really wish the whole back and forth between TMZ, LAPD, SF, and the medical examiner would quit it. It's just going on so long that it's detrimental to the case at this point, in my opinion. Absolutely, right? Could you imagine if they just worked together for one common cause and to bring justice for Celeste Rivas. How much more they could accomplish? Yeah. David in here? Is he? I don't know. You see something? Let's see. Coke Zero on the veins. Absolutely jazzy. I run on Coke Zero and Mexican food. Go. I would make sense, but that he's under surveillance with this being a high-profile case. But I don't know. I wasn't there. Boom, says Go. DD Clo, just saying, do mint research on grand jury and John Bonet case. I'm not an addy like you, but I would know that case, and aren't enough characters here. No DA press conference versus what GJ came back with. DD at Clo, Alex Hunter was DA on John Bonet. He just died, by the way. Oh wow. Not Sydney says they don't want to see something about his videographer or photographer who hasn't shared anything in forever. I feel like that could have been a fever dream, but I can't find the information anymore on it. Jazzy says, Chloe, I agree. A grown man who can't control their emotions or someone is playing defense. Chloe, actually, you just rang a bell for me. I know what you're talking about. Oh, right on. Keep the conversation going. Not Sydney says, I think minuses have to be involved in the subpoenas and the minors. That's the safety of the risk. Yeah, I think so too. That's what I was talking about. That maybe there's minors involved, and they're trying to protect their identities. We've seen that with like the Delphi case too. They sealed a lot of the court documents, and no cameras in the courtroom until recently. The court documents came out. Stoke Ascension says, "Hey Mark and everybody, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Hopefully your Thanksgiving was okay. I guess I just don't see why they jumped so quickly to it being an overdose, just because there's no gunshot wound. I think it'd be hard to tell with their body in such a state." Yeah, I think that'd be hard too, right? Neo might be the Timu fix. He might be. That freaking idiot. Well, I don't know if he's an idiot. I just wish. I don't know. Give me a press conference with an arrest. Oh, Harvey's high? Oh, Whitney. Even if it's an overdose, wouldn't be responsible because she is a minor, says Marisa. But what if it's forced overdose at hands of David? Yeah, somebody has to pay for all that. She's a minor. Absolutely, I agree. Harvey needs to be enjoying what he has left of time, not trying to keep up with the current tea. He looks restless AF. Yeah, he does. Huh? He looks tired. Not seeing this as I think the way TMZ has been plugging their OJ documentary into their video seems like a weird place to talk about minuses being harmed. I don't know. Whitney, Del Harvey needs sleepy time tea. Yeah, he does. Or the C word to wake up because he's been looking all discombobulated. I know there's the best important how much they usually reference his case, but I've heard 2-3 times in the last week or so. Not Cindy says. Closest. I think the biggest red flags is I heard it at this point when the sources described why they believe multiple people were involved in an explanation was off in my opinion. There were a few more. All right, let me play the video again for everybody that's coming in. Let me play it again. Again, take it with a grain of salt. This is a leaked information from Sloan, and I thought I'd cover it. Here we go.
Investigation. Scenes within the David investigation between the LAPD, the medical examiner's office, and the media. There's been a lot of misinformation out there, and I've been trying my best to keep you guys up to date on this investigation. And it seems like my video has reached some people who are working behind the scenes. And in particular, there's an anonymous source who has seen Celeste's remains who's come to me and wanted to clear the air on some of the information floating around. Now, I want to keep this source anonymous because I feel honored that they did come to me, and I want to respect this. And after doing some vetting, I do believe that this person has been around Celeste's remains and does have some of the details that we're missing. Remember, TMZ claims they have their own source within the medical examiner's office, and I do not believe that we're speaking to the same person because they have information that contradicts what TMZ is saying.
Very well-connected source connected to the medical examiner, the LA County medical examiner. And they doubled, tripled, quadrupled, and sextupled down that the body was found in a partially frozen state.
This is graphic because we've got some of those disturbing details to go through, so let's talk about it. So, Celeste's remains arrived at the medical examiner's office in 3 garbage bags. One bag had her legs.
So let me make some commentary for fair use. 3 garbage bags that she came in. I think what happened with the confusion, in my opinion, is that I think bodies are frozen at the medical examiners. So when someone receives it like that, I think there was a miscommunication saying that they found the body frozen. I think that's where the miscommunication is where like maybe some like assistant is like, yeah, we received it frozen. And I think that's where it comes off, where they said they found her body frozen. Whether she was frozen previously or not, I'm not too sure. But I do want to go over some waterlogging ones, because that was the biggest point that TMZ Harvey was saying, that she was frozen because of waterlogging, but you don't need to necessarily be frozen for waterlogging, as I'll explain in a bit.
One bag had her torso cut above mid-thigh. Another bag had her head and her arms. This already contradicts what some of the reporting says, that Celeste was not decapitated. My source is saying 3 bags. We've got the legs in one, torso, and the head and arms in another, which would mean that she was decapitated. But there is an LAPD captain who was quoted saying that her body was partially dismembered but not decapitated. So again, something that's being misreported that my source wanted the world to know. My source wanted to focus on the cuts in particular. I mean, we know that Celeste was dismembered, decapitated, cut down at the neck and to the mid-thigh. Multiple different cut marks were visible on the bones. Some looked like they may have come from a hand saw that was not very effective. Other markings looked like an electric tool. Our source claims that they saw evidence of at least 3 different tools being used. It kind of goes along with what Steve said at one point, that there were
3 different tools might have been used, is what they're saying.
farm tools. Investigator Steve, sorry. I feel like we're so used to talking about him, but he's been on this case, and he says that there were farm tools discovered at the home that was in Los Angeles. So maybe those are the same tools that our EM saw that were used on this body.
Searched the home, and that he found, and look, does this mean anything? Does it not? That's the question. But he claims, basically heavy machinery and farm equipment, equipment that you could use to potentially get rid of a body. So he says these things were found.
This is a portion of my conversation with our source. I will redact it in portions throughout the video to protect their identity, but I wanted to go through the cutting aspect. They're saying that the fact that there were multiple tools used is a reason why David is not maybe the sole suspect. It seems like other people had their turn, helping out with him. I don't know. It's so disturbing. They rate the amount of force it takes to cut a body in the way that you can determine the force by the teeth marks from, let's say, a saw. If I tried cutting her and it took 20 times to get her leg off, it may not take you, another person, to 20 times to do the same, because you may be stronger than this person is. So there's inconsistent cut marks from more than one tool, which makes it possible to have more than one suspect. They also say it looks like whoever was supposed to finish the job never did, and left her the way she was found rather than actually disposing of her body.
Yeah, that's interesting, right? How they would determine, again, take this with a grain of salt, how they would determine if they didn't finish the job. And again, trigger warning, I'm wondering if there's a pattern, right? And then it's all of a sudden that maybe they got interrupted and then stopped and then put her in the front trunk, because she didn't put herself in there. I mean, can we all agree on that Celeste Rivas didn't put herself in the trunk? Right. Let's see. Let me catch up. Somebody's in an Uber with a Tesla. It's big in here, and I'm out the height of Celeste, and plenty of room in here to lay her down or be heard in the car. Wow. Thank you for that, Summer. Thank you for joining me. Alaric, Alan Ortega. Hey, good to see you. Sunshine, welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Hit the like button too. It helps me out with the algorithm. I appreciate that. Let's see. Well, if I think about it, if you hurt someone, who would they had a body for? Your family. Whoa, that's a good point.
Forensic technology uses teeth marks from something like a saw to estimate the force that was used, which I guess the way that her body was chopped shows that there was different levels of force being used. Because of the cut patterns and the force appearing inconsistent, they think that there's more than one person involved. Now let's talk about the frozen aspect. So our source claims that the only time Celeste was ever frozen was when she was being placed in the crypt. The crypt is at the medical examiner's office. It's where they put the body as they're going through, like, testing it and reviewing it so it stays as fresh as possible. According to our source, they don't believe Celeste was frozen or ever frozen. They also described Celeste's remains as soupy.
Yeah, they are saying LAPD is saying that this is a murder investigation, and I mean, I think that's telling, right? If they're saying that it's a murder investigation, and not only that, but they have an investigative grand jury.
Or waterlogged, which shows extreme decomposition. Remember, TMZ has been adamant that their source within this investigation believes that she was frozen. TMZ reported that we're told the body parts were partially frozen and had been thawing out sitting in David's trunk. In another report, they write that it appeared the body had been frozen somewhere and was thawing out. But the LAPD captain who's running this said on the LAPD side that the body was never frozen. TMZ has doubled down, saying they have a very connected source within the medical examiner's office that does say that she was frozen. Here is the LAPD statement. They released this on November 21st, where they stated the body was, again, not frozen. So there's this back and forth. And I don't know what's going on here. Harvey suspects that maybe his source at the medical examiner's office is right, and there's some issues within the LAPD and the ME's office, and they can't decide what the facts are. But either way, our source claims that their team, the people there, do not believe the body was ever frozen, which does lead you to question, where was her body? Because they do believe that she was dead for months and months. So where did they store her? They said the decomposition was so advanced they could not visually tell if she had been strangled or otherwise assaulted. They claimed the smell was overwhelming, much stronger than the usual case, which lines up with how the Tesla was discovered because of that odor. Another interesting piece of information we learned was that Celeste's body reportedly could not be identified through fingerprints, which makes sense. She was waterlogged. They normally might use something like a
Let me go over that waterlog real quick. Let me go over that because that's important. I don't want to gloss over that because then I'll forget because I get distracted easily. But let me bring that up real quick. Good old Chat GPT. What is waterlogging? And okay, here we go. So I feel like this is important because not only it's let's see. Okay. Okay. Waterlogging in a dead body refers to the process where a body absorbs water after death, usually when it's submerged in a lake, river, ocean, bathtub, or any environment with standing water. This absorption causes notable physical changes and can affect decomposition. All right, here's a breakdown. What waterlogging means. Waterlogging is when tissues soak up water and swells. This is similar to how your fingers wrinkle if you're in the pool too long, but taken much further. In a deceased person, this can cause this effect: the skin, soft tissue, organs, airways, clothing, and personal items in the body. So it can affect all those: skin, soft tissue, organs, airways, clothing, personal items on the body. What happens to a waterlogged body? So here are the main forensic signs: skin swelling and wrinkling, washerwoman changes. That was on quote. Skin on hands and feet wrinkles first, progresses from fingertips, palms, entire hands, can occur within hours to a body being in water. Wow. Skin slippage, outer layers. Again, trigger warning, guys. Trigger warning. This is true crime. Skin slippage, outer layers of the skin loosen and peel off, sometimes the entire sections. Glove hand slip off. Wow. Body weight increases, tissues absorb water, clothes and hair get saturated. This can make the body sink initially, then float later once gases form. bloated appearance even more pronounced than normal decomposition. Bloating, pest activity decreases. Insects usually cannot reach the body while it's submerged, so decomposition patterns look different from land cases. So why waterlogging matters in forensics? I'll read the comments in a minute. I can't see them right now when I have the screen up. Waterlogging can help investigators determine time the body was in the water. Waterlog changes happens in stages, giving clues. Whether the person was alive or dead before entering the water, signs of drowning versus post-mortem immersions are different. How the body moved, current, sink, float cycles. So here's important notes. Waterlogging does not mean drowning. A person can be placed in water after death and still show waterlogging. Let's see. Let me put frozen versus waterlogged. Okay. Let's see. It says freezing can mask the time of death. A frozen body thaws from the outside in. Bruises that happen after freezing don't look like real bruises. What happens? Skin wrinkles, skin peels off, body becomes swollen and heavy. Decomposition can be slowed. Cold water is sped up with warm water. Body may sink, then float when gases build. Let me see. There was another good one too. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Let's see. This one's good too. Let me catch up on chat with you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. Hit the like button too, if you guys would be so kind. All right, cool. Let's see. So let me read this one. I went over this before. He says, from ChatGPT, it says, here are the main ways. I asked, what other ways does a dead body have waterlogged? And ChatGPT says, here are the main ways a dead body can become waterlogged, depending on where it's found and what happens after death. I'll keep it simple and plain English so you can use. That's funny. Ways to a dead body can become waterlogged. Okay, being fully submerged in water. This is the most common scenario. Lakes, rivers, oceans, canals, reservoirs, pools. The skin absorbs water like a sponge. Clothing traps water, speeding it up. Body becomes heavier and may sink at first, then float later due to gas buildup. Partial submersion or repeated splashing. Here, this one's important. Check this one out. Listen to this. Even if the body isn't fully underwater, laying face down in shallow water, being hit by waves, water entering lungs, stomach, and soft tissue still causes logging over hours or days. Heavy rain, plus lying in a low spot. A body left outside can waterlog just from being in a ditch. Depressions in dirt, drainage areas, irrigation channels, water pools around the body, and soaks it over time. So it doesn't necessarily have to be frozen. This is just another point of view, whether she was or wasn't, okay, at some point. We haven't seen the medical examiner's report, but this is just a different perspective on it. So that way you guys can get some knowledge of it and some knowledge of what else it could be. And then you guys can form your own opinions on it. I know Chloe had also mentioned in my chat that she was saying that it could be maybe from her being in the trunk and moisture, which is another good, interesting point too. Let's see. Here's another one too. Listen to this one. Stored or hidden in a container with water. Criminal cases have involved bodies placed in barrels with water, tubs, tanks, trash cans, freezers that thaw, rain-filled containers. Standing water creates waterlogging even without natural sources. Burial in wet soil or mud. A corpse buried in marshland, swamps, wet clay, soil, recently rained on ground can become waterlogged because soil holds moisture like a sponge. This is where adipocere, grave wax. I know I'm butchering that. I'm sorry, all my medical professionals out there, if I'm saying that wrong. Adipocer, grave wax forms, a soap-like substance caused by moisture and bacteria. Here's another one. Water absorbed during decomposition. As decomposition progresses, tissues break down, fluids accumulate, gases push liquids into areas. This natural process can mimic waterlogging in some cases. Movement of the body by water. If a body is dragged by a river current, swept by a storm drain flow, carried by tides. Even brief submersion periods can soak clothes and tissues enough to waterlog it. And here's another one: post-mortem handling. Investigators sometimes find waterlogged bodies due to attempts to clean or wash the body. Let me repeat that for those in the back. Attempts to clean or wash the body, being placed in a tub or shower after death. This is rare, but documented. Where have we seen that? When people pass out, right? I know Native Girl had mentioned that too. I know Chloe had mentioned that too, where people have passed out and they try to put them in the tub and try to put the what is it, the shower on. I mean, all these possibilities, not just frozen, whether or not she was or at some point or not. I just want to go over that waterlogging because I know that's good information to add to your guys's you know to your to just your base of the what's it called, the investigation. So let me play this again. Let me continue this.
Toenail for DNA, but in this case, they had to use dental records. Again, I don't think that's been released that they used dental records to identify her. There were reports that said that Celeste had a yellow metal chain bracelet on. This is also something I can confirm that my source said, yes, in fact, in the bag where her head and her arms were, there was the bracelet. Right now, within the office, it seems like the rumors. Now, this is what they're saying. So imagine a workplace and everyone's talking about the case. This is kind of what's going around right now. They believe that this was possibly an overdose. They don't see any gunshot wounds. They can't tell if she was strangled. Toxicology is still going through it. I mean, my source said that they're still working on reports. There will be reports at some point. They don't know what it will reveal, but they kind of feel like the working speculation right now is an overdose, and that's how she would have died. My conversation with the source, it's kind of speculated she OD'd due to no obvious signs of injury, like a gunshot wound. Her body was so bad, you can't even tell she was strangled because her tissues were so thin and sludge. Poor girl, it was awful. Just the smell from her decaying was sad. That is all the information that I've learned from my source. And to give you guys a little bit of insight, I've had several sources within this investigation, people we've spoken about, that I've spoken to. I respect people's anonymity. I do not want to be, I don't know, I don't want to do anything wrong here. I'm trying my best to verify and to vet everything that I am hearing from people, but there are people who are talking. And if you are out there and you want your information out there, just come to me. Now, of course, we've got a vetting process, so you have to be willing to talk to me. But I do want to talk about the grand jury information. So there's been this secret grand jury meeting where these people are meeting to hear evidence, to hear from witnesses testifying, and to build this case behind the scene that David is the one who did this. Let's talk about what a grand jury means in this case, because they don't immediately hand down a verdict. It's called an investigative grand jury.
Well, let me read this one. Chloe says, I'm interested to see if they ultimately identified via fingerprinting after the realization that she wasn't live scan eligible. Emmys can deglove the hand, wear it like a glove, and pull prints. Whoa.
They hear evidence, subpoena witnesses, and other evidence like videos, records, to help prosecutors decide whether there's enough to charge someone. So it's kind of like a mock jury. Would you guys think this guy's guilty? And that's what they're doing. It looks like the grand jury has been hearing evidence for several days in mid-November. If the grand jury do recommend some charges, it doesn't mean the prosecutors will take what they have to say, but at least they'll feel more confident in pursuing with what evidence they have. Because if this jury convicted him, then the next probably would too. The fact that they called this grand jury means that authorities have evidence, and I'm hopefully feeling confident that David will be in prison by the time Christmas rolls around, because if they're presenting this evidence now, it means that they want to hear out the grand jury, hear what they have to say, and if they say, lock him up, then the police will be right up on him. But at the same time, I don't know if they have enough to go and convict him. So I am thankful to everyone who's trying to get all of the information out.
Yeah, that shower will make sense too, right? And I mean, back in my day, I mean, I used to, when I mean, I'm sober now, but when I used to get messed up from alcohol, it's I would take a shower, right? So one thing that kind of crossed my mind too is if maybe, you know, she would be in the shower after a long night of this and the other, and maybe passed away too, or the other one is they saw her, you know, passed out and then put her in the shower to try to wake her up. So it did cross my mind. Hi, Darcy, Adele, good to see you. If I didn't say hi to you guys are coming in, put your hands up and I'll shout you out.
Trying to keep it straight. I'm really trying to put out what is real, what I can come across, and this case is something I'm heavily invested in, and I know you guys are too. So thank you for being here with me, and I'll see you in a new video soon.
Just catch up on chat. And yeah, I want to bring up those pictures. I know somebody mentioned about the ocean and his what is it? The his Instagram pictures, right? Aren't those pretty wild? Like, let me bring those up. I mean, he has, and the thing is too, he has a lot of symbolism, man. He has so much symbolism in whatever he does. It's whatever he does. There's just so much symbolism. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, so this is a picture you guys were talking about, and somebody said that it says hi, but somebody also mentioned that it says like 14 upside down. Let me just catch up on chat. So I've been reading them as I click on them. Maybe wake her up. She didn't wake up. Yep. Maybe between the heat, the almost fermentation feels sick. Saying that of her body created some kind of steam. Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's just so many stuff, so much like possibilities, right, with the whole water logging. But at least I went through that, and that way you guys have a little bit more. What is it? Just a little bit more knowledge on the water logging. Art of the personal story. Hey, good to see you. Welcome to my channel. Good to see you. Witnesses, I think they need to get any and all music video film from all upcoming music videos and see if there's any film with a body going in the water that be used here in a video in that state. Close absolutely could create enough moisture to waterlog, especially in the high temperatures. Right. Like a plant holder, that glass and that water itself, because of condensation, the body the same. Look at that, man. Everybody coming in with their own like knowledge, man. I appreciate you guys so much for dropping that in the comments. Keep the conversation going. Thank you so much for being respectful to one another. You guys are amazing. I think they use multiple ways to dissolve her. Oof. I felt like she was an art project. Unfortunately, I know it's sad. I know that's the thing, right? Now that it's like there's these other factors to it, that to me it's just, it doesn't, nothing is off the table when it comes to symbolism, even like a ritual, where if it is like a ritual type in his mind, right, I just wouldn't get past it if that's something that he would do in his mind. You know what I mean? I know it's far-fetched in the sense that that's rare, but in his mind I could see something like that, him doing something like that, like symbolism type. Whether it is a ritual or not, I think in his mind it's some type of way that he is thinking, right? Some ritualistic way that in his mind feels like he wants to, what is it, like what's the word, like to fulfill his fantasy. That's another better way of putting it. Fulfilling a fantasy. Yeah, thank you for posting that too, Darcy, and everybody else. Dank, I know you guys posted that too. Is there evidence of sexual relationship between the two without testimony, physical evidence, or digital evidence showing the actor? Out of luck. Dang. I don't understand why people think she OD'd, says Adele. That OD thing is just BS, says Art. Whitney says, look at the Long Island Club. They kept him in jail, and as they investigate, charged him one by one. Absolutely. Jazz says, happy to hear about your sobriety. Much love. Yeah, thank you. I'm like about 9 years now into my sobriety of alcohol. I do, from time to time, was smoking weed, but now I'm using like L-theanine vitamins. So I haven't been smoking the God's lettuce, but from alcohol, definitely. And believe it or not, smoking weed helped me quit drinking alcohol. So from alcohol, I've been sober for about 9 years now. Little insight about me. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. All right, all right. Chloe, yeah, just so confusing to be in the conflicting reports and everything. It's getting tough when in custody. She's the kid. She's just a kid, just her widow. Yeah, absolutely. Think they're muddying the waters. Yeah, I think so too. I think David's team is muddying the water for sure. Whitney says he's into anime. In the anime Oshinoko, a black star can represent deceit or manipulation. Wow, look at that. And he wears the black star all the time. Wow, look at that. Yeah, Summer, right. It's like clues he left all over. Absolutely. 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 I think I agree with you too, Jazzy. I don't think he sees people as human, Jazzy says. Remember him talking about how he's always think how he'll make music from it and his relationships and life experience. Absolutely. I believe the same. Hey, what's up, Rufio? Good to see you. Welcome. Says, well, based on the other artists on to Interscope who speak about the same things, I'd say something is amiss. Eminem is also twisted and has a song called Frame that is sick. Oh, that's interesting. Oh yeah, I saw that. Somebody sent that in. That's yeah. Check this out. Let me grab some water real quick because I'm starting to get a headache. Give me 1 second. Let me grab some water. All right. Shout out to that music playing. I have that in my description if you guys want to check out. I also dropped Sloan's what is it? Channel. You guys are already familiar with them. So in the description, the this one right here, the one that I play the music, they're so generous to have creators and everybody use their music. So I really appreciate that. They said as long as I drop them in my description or then it's cool. So yeah, I found out where this place was and yeah, let's see. Let me bring this up real quick. Yeah, this one right here, right? This one, the one you're talking about. It's from his second Instagram right there. And we found where that picture is. And then somebody sent me an email of who that person was. And I guess they were making like a music video or something. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Pretty cool stuff, man. Hell, here we go. Beach picture. Let's see. I know somebody sent it to me. Let me check my junk email. Let's see. Is it this one? Let's see if it's this one. Oh, yeah, here it is. Boom. Here we go, man. The Shark family coming in hot. Thank you, guys. Let me download the video. Man, you guys are the best. Seriously, man. Thank you. Let me bring this one up. I mean, so I found this location on my own. I didn't see anything on Reddit. And so I did find the location. But little did I know, somebody in my chat was like, hey, check this out. There's a video of them in there. So I thought that was pretty cool. So let me bring that up. But I do have a video. If you guys have a chance to check that video out, I go deep into this one. Let me see. Let's see. Let me check it out. Check it out. Let me download the video. Give me 1 second, guys. Appreciate you guys being extra patient with me. Downloads. Here we go. Here we go. Oops. I gotta delete some pictures. There's some videos. Here we go. Boom. Loading. Here, let me mute this. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that wild? Look at that. One of the shark family sent to me. Look at that. Phase. Phase. Let's see. Let me see. That's pretty cool right there. Let me bring that up since Darcy brought that up. Let's see. Google Maps. Saved. we go. That's it. Hold on, guys. I'm looking for it right now. Give me 1 second. Oh. Private scope overlook. Overlook. Doesn't look like it's that right here. Let me look at Google Maps because I have it on Google Maps. Copy. Paste. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Let me share my screen with you guys. There it is, right there. Boom. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, here we go. There it is, right there. Look at that. Right there. Not wild. California. Let me catch up on chat. Yeah, definitely Sunshine Recipes and Celeste on behalf of Celeste, who has no voice on her gravesite. No kid should be absolutely. Oh, really? It's a singer too. Wow. Yeah, the high is like a 14, right? Yeah, amongst other, Rufio says dozens of songs that are twisted. Yeah, Sydney goes. He was into gore, corn, blood, murder, and all the games. He just bought it to life. He wanted to experience it. Mm-hmm. Catching up on chat. Oh, that's cool, Chloe. Damn, that's cool. Right on. Yeah, California, right? It's like a love and hate relationship with California, man. Sometimes like, oh man, I love it here. Sometimes I'm like, ugh. But I think that's just anywhere. That's cool. Rufio, sick of David and other artists like him, like M, that talk about sick, twisted, and morbid stuff constantly. He both signed to Interscope. Oh, that's right. They're both to Interscope. Wow, that's a wow. Right, Sharon? Gonna be a fly on the wall. Jesse, that's amazing to hear. I'm happy for you. You're throwing hell. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm still trying to fix all the stuff my old self did back in the day. You know what I mean? I'm still working on it and stuff like that. So I mean it's a work in progress, and I have I have a lot of work to do just because of the crap my old self left. Yeah, I mean I wish I could do it all over again. I really wish I could. But you know, it is what it is. Maybe in the next life, huh? Maybe in the next life. Sharon says, income and a lot of they're under the umbrella labels have demonic dark artists. Sharon, I agree. I agree. Yeah, he was obsessed with knives too. Yeah. Darcy says, remember David was isolated, being homeschooled for years. He had only internet acquaintances. Huh. It's interesting. Just catching up on chat. Adele says, is Neil from Korea? I'm not sure. That's a good question. I don't know where he's from. Maybe from here? I don't know. Sunshine saw him with knives too many times in picture. 2 times is too much. I've seen that, and he gets excited too when he sees those knives. He's super excited with those knives. Super excited, man. Whenever I see people that are excited with knives, my cousin was like that. I'm like, dude, you're way too excited when you bust out this knife, man. Way too excited. I don't know why his passports weren't taken. I'm not sure, Whitney. That's a good question too. Cindy Guzman says, creepiest addicted person. His mother kept him from other children growing up. His dad, a preacher man. I think they tried saving him from the evil world, but he signed on the dotted line with Satan all the way. Cindy Guzman, I think there's something there. I think there's something there. I mean, I went down the deep end. I mean, we're sharks. We say we go in the deep end because we're sharks. We go into the Marianas Trench. And there's something to that. There's something to that. There's no in real life experiences till Interscope signed him so far. That's a good point. Interesting point. Thank you guys. Keep up the conversation. Rufio Banning 223. His mom sheltered him and acted like he never heard a rap hip hop before. The one day he floodgates were open to him all at once. Yeah. Oh yeah, the knife pictures, Adele. Yeah, those are creepy, huh? Real creepy. Oh, Little Nas too. Same one. He's with Interscope. Wow, that's interesting. Catching up on chat. Rufio, well, David didn't make it seem like he wasn't allowed to listen to hip hop rap, only gospel for a while. Yeah, that's true. He was into gospel. Yeah. Darcy says from 11 years old to age 15, he had no in real life interactions. Rufio, I wouldn't be surprised if David's parents were military at one time. Oh man, I went into a deep dive with deep dive. I might revisit that again because it's pretty. Man, I don't even want to touch on it right now because I will go deep with what his dad does behind the scenes. Um, and again, I don't mention the company name because to obviously to protect um, him and his work and stuff like that. So I just say this company and then take it with a grain of salt at that point. But I do have good sources, not just TMZ, not just KTLA, and not just Sloan, but I got sources too. Not many, but one or two. Let's see. Let's see. He made it seem like he wasn't allowed to listen to certain genres until a certain age. He had access to everything. It's strange, yep. Even if it was only an overdose, what they did to her body is horrific. Yeah, absolutely. I'll read that too. Let me catch up. Let me read that. The difference between the misdemeanor and a felony. And I think this is felony written all over it. Celeste Rivas case. Here we go. Dang, I think I just needed water. Like my headaches went away. Check this out. Let's bring up Chat GPT. So here we go. So the difference between moving a body, a misdemeanor, and a felony, here we go, is a misdemeanor is an unlawful handling of human remains. This is a less serious version, usually charged when someone moves or touches a body without permission, but no intent to hide a crime. Okay, no intent to hide a crime. For example, a person panics, moves a deceased person to another room, or tries to clean up a scene without criminal intent. Also used when somebody delays reporting a death but did not commit the killing. And then the punishment for that is up to 1 year in county jail, fines and probation, usually tied to panic, stupidity, or carelessness, not a violent crime. And see, here's the difference when it becomes a felony, all right? This is the serious version. It becomes a felony when the person moves the body to to hide a crime, moves the body after committing the homicide, hides the body in a trunk, dumpster, backyard, shallow grave, motel room, storage, etc., tries to destroy evidence, lies to police, and relocates the body to avoid discovery. Punishment more than 1 year in state prison can attach to murder, manslaughter, child abuse resulting in death, etc. Can be charged even if you didn't kill the person. An accessory. Look at that. An accessory. You can be an accessory to murder in these circumstances. So one of the key differences it says here, it says to move a body without in the intent to hide anything. I mean, I don't know how you do that without trying to hide something. Move a body to hide, dump, transport, to cover up. Felony and felony plus homicide is you move a body after you committed the murder. Move a body for somebody else. Here, this is a huge one right here. This is a felony too, and I think this is what they're trying to do with the suspect, with the other suspect that was identified by LAPD and other sources. It says move a body for somebody else, helping them. That's a felony. Accessory after the fact. Boom. Right. I'm glad you think the same. There's something just not right here. Yeah, absolutely. Right, Rufio? I agree with you. There's some. I mean, I agree with everybody. There's something not right here. Del Sunshine, yes. What was that about? Everything he posted seems so intentional. I know, right? Sunshine says the fear factor kick in. The art says definitely my tinfoil hat says stays on because it's necessary and accurate and valid and legitimate. That's funny. Let's see. Jazz says anyone who likes instrument. Okay, cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. Darcy Point Doom Park in Paradise Cove is right here, 60 minutes from West Hollywood Mansion. Yep, it's close to the Hollywood Mansion right there. I agree. Stay tuned. Cindy Guzman, the evil, sadistic people, demonic out there goes up there, especially in the millionaires. They have money doing dirty work, murdered a lot of missing children, lots of take organ harvesting. They say sadistic people. Summer, I think the OD may have thought perfect opportunity to live out a sick, twisted fantasy of mutilation her body. I don't pass that. I could see that as a possibility. Yes, I'll put it that way. Catch up. Catch up on chat. Summer of '88. Oh, his YouTube channel's wiped clean? Dang. Benny Blanco's creepy. He needs a kidney every 3 years? Dang. To complete his fantasizing. Delusional state of mind about afterlife. Montesino, Sharon says. Santa California Point Doomsday Park. Yeah, I knew he knew more than he was telling. It's always the ones that pop out of defending. He was paying them the big bag to be quiet. Are those Santa Cruz Islands or is he in the Bay? That's California right here. Point what is it? Point Pirates Cove Overlook in California. Benny was in Santa Barbara. Yeah, didn't we see that his wedding or something? His wedding was in Santa Barbara. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, Benny. Benny Blanco. And isn't Blanco Benny Blanco Benzo short for Benzo, or and Blanco meaning for that that white the devil's dandruff, however you want to call it. Sean says running his mouth only when he did music with him once and had dinner that one day. They are not friends. They knew he was lying. Hey, little bit Lisa, good to see you. Welcome. Cindy, good to see you from sunny South Florida. Darcy Diamond, he's right off PCH north of Malibu. Yes. Thank you, Darcy. Appreciate that. My home is in a home. The video's horrific. Yeah, here, let me scroll out a little bit so you guys have a better feel for it. Look, check this out. Whoops. Yeah, see? See, there's LA right there. Look. So you guys can see that. Yeah. Just to guys give you a better view of it. See right here? See? Hopefully you guys can see that okay. See, that's where the Planet of the Apes scene was recorded. Let's see if I can, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can come up a little bit. His house too. Let's see. Doheny Drive. Oh, thank you, Cindy. That means a lot. I really appreciate that. Seriously, thank you so much. Um, yeah, thank you. There's a streamer on YouTube called Has a real allergic spawn dude on. Oh, whoa. So can you send me that video, Whitney, on my Discord, please? The knife's obsession. Yeah, it's a obsessive compulsive disorder. Future kids hit with great temptation. It's tough. Whoa, that makes sense, huh? A little bit of Lisa. Like it's like he's struggling, right, with like good and evil in his head. Let's see. Adele says, really, how did you know that, Darcy? Newport Beach, a Villa Beach, that where this picture's taken at. Private Scope is there. Yeah, Private Scope, Sharon. Yep, that's where it is. Let's see. Awesome God's lettuce. Cannabis, it's legal. And it's in the scriptures, believe it or not. Exodus 30:23. Really? Whoa, I'm gonna have to check that out, Cindy. Right on. Yeah, I've been taking a lot of L-theanine lately, the vitamin for sleep. It's a freaking life changer, man. life changer. L-theanine. It's a vitamin. It helps with sleep, no grogginess the next day. Oh, right on, Darcy. You studied some mental health conditions? Right on. When he was a kid, killed almost 10 people. Yeah, Cindy Guzman, right? A little bit. Let's tell me what the two pictures are. Just got here. I can't tell. Okay. Yeah, it's just it's just I was trying to figure out where they were. This is from David's second Instagram account. But I don't know why I didn't save the I don't know why I didn't save the David's house out of all places. I could have sworn I did because I wanted to show you how far it is from there. Wonder why I didn't say. It's so weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Let me see. Let's see. Hollywood Hills. I just want to show you how far it is from the Hollywood Hills. This place right here, because we were talking about what like waterlogging and stuff. And then I do want to bring up another picture. Let's see, Hollywood Hills, Hollywood Hills. It's so weird why I didn't save it. Give me a sec. Let me use the restroom real quick because I've been drinking a lot of water, so that's good. My headache's going away, and then I'm gonna pop a Tylenol real quick. But give me 1 second, okay? Put some music on for you guys. So a little bit of Lisa, you were saying that what this picture is. Let me pull up David's Instagram, and then I'll show you exactly what this is because this is pretty interesting stuff right here. So I was trying to figure out where this picture was, and just looking at the date, September 2nd, 2025, and I just didn't see anything on Reddit, so I figured I was like, where is this place? Where is this place? And I thought it was Santa Barbara, but it turns out it's not. It's in California, next to where did we say? Let me see. Um, let's see. In what is this? Pirates Cove. Okay, yeah. So it's in Malibu. This is Malibu right here, not Santa Barbara, where I initially thought it was. And so I thought that was pretty interesting, like little sleuthing type of stuff, trying to figure this out. And a lot of the stuff that's coming out, like with the water logging and what is it like, whether frozen or not. But I wanted to go into a different perspective as well, whether she was or not. I mean, she could have been. I don't know. We don't know until the medical examiner comes out. But so yeah, that was just like a little bit of sleuthing, trying to find this out. And then one of the Shark family members sent me this video up here to the right because I was wondering who took this picture, and I guess it was this guy right here, FaZe. Not sure what his role is in all this, but better believe police are talking to him, I would imagine, right? Let's see. There was another one too right here. Let me see. Let me go back to this one. Oh, looking all zesty right here. Look at this one. Looking all zesty. Vulnerable too. Looking all vulnerable. David. Sorry. Whoops. Let me share my screen again. See this one right here? This one I haven't been able to find. This one right here. Anybody finds this, let me know. I'll put my make this bigger. Anybody finds this place, let me know. I will go to this place. I will go to this place right here. Anybody finds this place, I will go there. I haven't been able to pinpoint it down. I have two places where it might be, but I'm not 100% sure. Like I want to be 100% sure where this place is. And let's see. Let me bring up that one again. See that? See where it says hi? But I think now seeing it, that might just be an upside down 14. Disguised as a high, but there might be a point up here. I don't know if that's just a shadow or not. But that's pretty interesting, right? Like everything with this guy is symbolism. It's always symbolism. Very zesty. Deladank, you scared, man. You're all talk, Deladank. You're all talk. You're scared, Deladank. I know you. I know you already. You're scared. I'm just kidding, Deladank. Just busting your chops. Yeah, let's do it. Anybody finds this place, I will go there. I will go there. Yeah, I think FaZe is just like an inner circle friend. Let me check. Here we go. So he's a friend reported, or an associate to David, who was with him around the time of Celeste's body was discovered in the Tesla. Whoa, what? What is this? FaZe is reportedly to be a friend or associate of David who was with him around the time of Celeste's body was discovered in the Tesla. LA Times, ABC7, and other outlets report that a second person was involved or present. LA police believes more than one individual had contact with Celeste shortly before she died. One of those individuals is referred to in online communities as FaZe, spells like the gamer name. He has not been officially named by LAPD in public documents. There's a security hub, but sources circulated online and discussion tied to the case refer to him as a young male friend of David, someone who was allegedly seen with David the night before, possibly the last person besides David to have seen Celeste alive, someone who may have been in the vehicle or nearby during the events leading up to the discovery. Whoa, what the heck? This is from ChatGPT. This is from ChatGPT, all right? So this isn't 100%. So again, this is ChatGPT. Well, that is weird. I wonder why it says that. I've never seen that before. So yeah, it's just huh. That's weird. That's what just came up on ChatGPT. That is weird. So again, guys, I don't want to make any accusations or anything like that. This is just from ChatGPT. We know that ChatGPT can be wrong a lot of the time, so I don't want to be accusatory at all towards this person. This person might be 100% innocent. You want me to repeat that? Okay. I put, who is FaZe from David's friends, right? So this is a guy right here. It says on their FaZe. Let me bring that up. I'm sure this is FaZe because it says on his oh no, Jason the Weens live off stream. Jason at the beach filming the music for David. Off stream Jason at the beach. So who is this guy? I don't want to get my names mixed up. Huh, that is weird. So that's Jason the Ween. That's Jason the Ween in the video. I don't want to get those people mixed up, all right? But what does it say? Face League clips. Yeah, Jason. Okay. Jason the Wiener. Okay, thank you, Delading. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I don't want to get that mixed up or muddy the waters like that. Okay, thank you so much. Again, this is not FaZe. This is Jason the Ween. Jason the Ween. Okay. Yeah, it says FaZe right here, but then I go to ChatGPT and was like, who's FaZe? Right, and it says, uh, it says, you mean the FaZe guy that connected to David in the Celeste Rivas case? I was like, whoa, what? Come again? And it says FaZe, quote unquote, is reported to be a friend or associate of David who was with him around the time Celeste's body was discovered in the Tesla. The LA Times, ABC7, and other outlets reported that a second person was involved or present. LAPD, LAPD believes more than one individual had contact with Celeste shortly before she died. One of those individuals is referred to in online communities as FaZe, spelled like the gamer name. He has not been officially named by LAPD in public documents. There's a security hold, but sources circulating online and discussions cited this case refer to him as a young male friend of David, someone who was allegedly seen with David at the night before, possibly the last person besides David to have seen Celeste alive, someone who may have been in the vehicle or nearby during the events of leading up to the discovery. What the heck? Jeez, man, what is this? Oh man. I did not want to make this into a 6-hour live. Let me see. Let me see. All right, let me do a little digging on this because this is kind of weird, right? Jason Wynn FaZe, but what is this FaZe thing going on, man? Oh, so FaZe clan member. So FaZe is just the Yeah, I think it's the clan. Huh. That is weird. Oh my goodness, that is weird. Have you guys heard anything about this? Yeah, I'm not responsible for any of this. So why does it say phase? Oh, so Phase Lee Clips. So Phase, okay, I get it now. Phase is the clan of these guys, an online gamer group. So Phase is like the group that they're in, and Jason the Ween is part of that crew, and he's the one that defended David. Let's see. Holy shoot, man! Yeah, I think Beam Baby knows like about Phase. Beam Baby, what can you tell me about Phase and the clan, Phase clan? Holy shoot! Let's see. Let me see. Let me share my screen. Oh, I only get copyrighted. So best friends, huh? Look at that. Best friends, besties. Face Valo. Oh shoot. There's David right there. There's Jason the Ween. Man, that is wild, man. Oh my goodness, is this? Could this be the second suspect? Best friends, it says right here. Look, best friends. Dang, that is wild, man. Share my screen again. Let's see. I know, right? Well, thank you. Cindy's from South Florida says, maybe that's what SF investigators say was last seen in the video moving the car. ChatGPT added him, just a theory, 9,275. I think ChatGPT just solved the case. I think AI just solved the case. I think ChatGPT, dang, ChatGPT. Oh my goodness. And doesn't he see, I mean, look, doesn't he seem like the type of guy that's like very submissive? Like you tell him to do something and you put your fist up to his face and he'll do it. Just the thought. Oh man. This is the same guy who was on stream and probably said he didn't do it. Yeah, he didn't do it because he doesn't want to get freaking he doesn't want to get back to him, allegedly. In my opinion. I don't know. I don't know nothing, man. I don't know nothing what's going on. I don't see nothing. I hadn't heard nothing. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. The weenie group guys. Thank you, Flojo. Dang, it says best friends on there. Oh yeah, which comment? A little bit, Elisa. But hopefully I answered your question a little bit, Elisa. with this picture and where it is. Kind of get sidetracked it a little bit with comments, but hopefully, if not, then if not, then I'll go over it. Oh, so that's what it is. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like the clan, it's a clan, like an online gaming clan. Back in my day when I used to play like Wolf and Wolfenstein or something like that. I forget what it's called. Probably butchering that name. It's been a while. I was in a clan too, and you like are a crew, and then you go out and play and stuff like that. First person shooter game. So that was cool. He also did What Are You Waiting For video, says Whitney. Really? Huh. They're the ones who know market right on. So, man, it's all this information, man. This information always falls on my lap. Dude, Dale Deng says, dude, Bean Baby has been on lock. Mark, ask her. She literally watched this whole stream that was like 8 hours. She wanted you to watch it too? Did you watch it? 8 hours? Oh, man. I know, right? She was saying something about that. But it's hard for me to connect dots, you know, because the what is it? The gap is so huge. I'm like, what is this, right? And I think she might be onto something. A little bit of Lisa. The search says it's underrated talent and funny moments, etc. Boom, Norma Guerra. Let me catch up on chat. Was he around for the tour? That's a good question. ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT solving crimes. Whitney with a $2 super sticker. Thank you so much. She says he is from Dallas, Texas, same state as David. Whoa, look at that. Look at that. He is, let me repeat that for those in the back. He is from Dallas, Texas, same state as David. Holy shoot, man. ChatGPT, what is going on? Let me, ChatGPT. Oh my goodness. So it just says, so pretty much, okay, let me say it like this. So FaZe is probably, somebody in the FaZe crew might be the second suspect. Breaking news right here. FaZe, somebody allegedly in the FaZe crew might be the second suspect. Ron Pick post, David always shine with entourage, never alone. We don't even know if David drove himself anywhere. Good point, says Darcy. Sharon, exactly. Jason was like, I swear I didn't know David, even know David. I met him, work with him on the Sing, had dinner. That was it. Really? So he was like trying to distance himself? That's interesting. Again, everybody's innocent until proven guilty, guys. I don't want to make any accusations or claims. Talk to ChatGPT, all right? About searching FaZe League. Yeah, let me look for that FaZe League. Let me see what pops up. FaZe League. That's a good question. FaZe League. Again, thank you, Whitney, for your $2 super chat. I'm gonna eat for 3 days with that. I guarantee you. Let's see. You guys want to hear the video when he speaks out? Let's play that video. Oh, it's not a clan? Huh. FaZe League clip. Okay, let me see. FaZe League clips. Holy shit. Holy shit. Look what just fell on my lap. Look what I just discovered. Oh my goodness. Could this be one of the suspects? Look at this right here. I Googled FaZe Clan. This came up. Adapt, Jason the Ween, Kason, Lacey, Plaque Boy Max, Rain, Silky, Stable, Rolando. Look at this. Jason the Ween. There he is. Look at that. Look at that. Did ChatGPT just outed the second suspect? Somebody from FaZe Clan? Adapt. There's a depth right there. Oh my god, I did not want to go into a rabbit hole, guys. Or should I say a deep dive? There's another member of the clan right there. Jason the Ween, FaZe, Lacey, Black Boy Max. Holy shit. Guys, delete everything. Delete everything, guys. Delete, delete. Everybody's saying delete everything. Oh, he was supposed to be part of the Turbine, baby. The Whitney says, as September 22nd, he has retracted his statement to defend day. Oh, wow, okay. All right. Who's it? Dang. Cola coming in hot. Coming in hot. Cola, how you doing? Dang. Oh, those reflections, yeah. Yeah, ChatGPT, right? Allegedly, yes. Allegedly, guys. I don't want to get sued, man. Some high-powered attorneys out there. All right, if you guys see Celeste in that, let me see. Damn, that is wild stuff right there. Let me, let me pause it, see if we can find anything on there. Yeah, you can see a few people in there. G in the middle. Yes, these are just my opinions, all right, guys? Just opinions. Jazzy. I know, right? Every time I stay online, some breaking news happens. I mean, if breaking news happens right now, yeah, I'm staying on. But I mean, I did take a Tylenol. I did take a Tylenol, and I've been drinking a lot of water, so that's been helping out. But let's see. Yeah, I know, right? It's like breaking news, arrest, right? Breaking news, right? That'd be crazy. But I do think so. I mean, I do think there's an arrest coming. It's just, it's moving slowly, so I'm gonna just be patient with it. And I think my frustration just goes into, that people get arrested for a lot less. That's where my frustration is. But I get it. They wanna, get this investigation tight. And I think Whitney has said something about, possibly him offing himself and unaliving himself. We see that a lot too in cases like this, where people just unalive themselves and are not brought to justice. Oh, Green Hell. Jasmine, hey, how you doing? Welcome to my channel. Guys, do me a favor, hit the like button, please. Gets me in the algorithm. Al Gore, your former vice president. Rhythm, algorithm. He invented the internet, remember? Darcy says, yep, FaZe crew, the gamers, hopefully has been questioned by Ellie or the grand jury. Yeah, the investigative grand jury is probably on their asses right now. Oh, yeah, swords, right, Cindy Guzman? Sharon says, there's somebody else in the area with them. Yeah, looks like it, right? Can we just call them crew, not clan? Yeah, sure, that's fine. It's like a gamer term, but yeah, you can call them crew. That's fine. I'm not mad at that. When he says, Jason, he said, obviously the other day I was defending David before all the new evidence came out. I do not condone anything that David has done or is doing. Okay, that S is wicked. Huh. Jason the Wing is in FaZe clan or crew. Yeah, they take pictures of everything, right? With FaZe Rug and FaZe Banks and Lacey. Coke Zero gang. Coke Zero gang. Rabbit hole you're in. Don't drink or eat or smoke any. I know, right? Jazzy, delete the weenies. Delete everything. They gotta be the stupidest criminals ever. I know, right? It's like, are these guys smarter than the LAPD detectives? I think not. Flojo says the deep end. I know, right? Sean, the Shark Tank about to solve the. I know, right? Jeez. There she. You see her in the glasses? That's crazy. Coke Zero gang. Coke Zero gang in the house. Let's go. Go to private members only. Oh, that's dangerous, Sharon. That is dangerous. Dangerous. Colo, aloha. Good to see you. Jesse, we 300 meters deep right. Yeah, we are. I'm trying to be very careful right now. You got me, Whitney. That's what I like, man. As if you guys don't know, Whitney is my enforcer, aka my bodyguard. So yeah, she holds it down. All right. Then gang give her kids and Lacey también. Darcy says. A little bit of Lisa. Everybody's speculating. Absolutely, yeah. Just opinion, guys. All right, just opinions. You see penguins? Whoa. Mark the Shark, bless. Thank you, Cindy Goonson. Appreciate you catching up on chat. Normal gotta look at his last. There are a lot of people behind. Yeah, that's a very popular spot. So I'm wondering who else is there. Maybe if Celeste is there or not. But that's in September. When is it? But then he could upload those pictures later, right? I know Cindy from Sunny South Florida said that you can have that on a timer. Or I think Flo had said that too. Like confirm that. I think she asked it and then Flo confirmed it. So that's pretty wild. That you can set your notifications or set your post to to later dates. I know text messaging does that, right? Where you can send like a happy birthday to people on a timer. Well, so you're sick and not wanting to stay on live. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, yeah. But I'm here for it. I'm all in, guys. I'm all in on this case. Let's see. Someone in the reflection right in the middle. See when he turns his head wearing a hoodie. Let me see. Oh yeah, you're right. Dang, you guys have some. Oh shoot, you guys have some good eyes. Whoa, did you guys see that? Is that Celeste? Hold on. Look at that. In that hoodie. You guys see that? Dang, you got some good freaking eyes. Thank you, a little bit of Lisa. Look at that. That's wow. The algorithm. Thank you, Jazzy. Be like Jazzy and like the video, please. Absolutely, Sandy. Bear no responsibility for reporting what ChatGPT says. Touch says whole crime community working together. We do not want David to be Cali and unalive himself, right? Cindy from Sunny South Florida. We're just putting together the puzzle pieces as they come into view, in my humble opinion. Absolutely. But look at that, man. You got some really good eyes right there. Look at that. I paused it right there with somebody in the hoodie. Not wild. Sharks for the score. Absolutely. Allison wondering reference about eating, drinking, or smoking. Ooh. That's right. Speculation and entertainment. Mm-hmm. Relax, Cole. Relax. Nothing's happening. Oh, he's got a cold sore? Whoa. That's Chippy T. I want to know if she likes shit. Yeah, Cole's being all observant with that cold sore. Yeah, a little bit, Lisa, man. You got some good eye right there. Look at that on the hoodie. Bean Baby, what's going on? You got any inside info? Just I'm dog sitting and the dog just farted next to me. Can't see the hoodie. Ask ChatGPT what sauce could be purchased to dismember a female body. All right, you guys wanted me to ask ChatGPT that? All right, trigger warning. Here we go. All right, common tools seen in actual crime cases, forensic perspective only. These are not instructions, all right, guys? Just what investigators often encounter and what evidence each leaves behind. Knives, all types, used in many cases, especially kitchen knives, hunting knives, utility knives, box cutters, forensic signs, sharp, clean cuts, tool mark patterns, knife shapes that can be matched to wounds, saws, very common in cases where dismemberment clearly occurred. Again, guys, trigger warning. These are not instructions. These are just from past cases. Okay? Saws. Very common in cases where dismemberment clearly occurred. These types of have been seen in investigation. Hand saws, hack saws, reciprocating saws, sawzalls, electrical circular saws. That sawzalls, I use that a lot. A sawzall. Let me see if I can bring a picture of that. I was thinking about that the other day. Let me show you guys. I use this a lot, and if I'm thinking like a murderer, as John Douglas in his Criminal Mind in his book, you have to put yourself in the mind of the killer. This is what I would use right here. Here we go. Look at this. I use this a lot. Again, guys, these aren't instructions, all right? It's just what ChatGPT is saying. Right here, this I use this for like roots, tree trimming, boards like decks, like to demolition a deck. I mean, you get one of these ones brand new, which supposedly that's what was found. Well, that's what could have been found. Uh, Speculative is if you get a brand new saw, a brand new blade, this will just cut through butter, through anything like butter. I mean, I've cut through trees, through decks with one of these sharp blades, and it cuts like butter. Yeah, it probably will make a mess too. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, this cuts through nails. Guys, if you'd like to help support the channel, here is my Cash App and my Venmo. I also have super chats as well. Or if you like to gift the membership as well too. It helps out with the channel. It goes into one pot. It goes to everything for the channel. Yeah, thank you. Trigger warning. And also, I mean, it goes a long way. It's not necessary, but it's very appreciated if you do. And there is my Cash App, Mark the Shark 943, and then my Venmo, same thing, Mark the Shark 943. If you guys like to help support the channel, I also have super chats, memberships, and if you want to become a member, we go deep dive into this case. I only cover one case. I can only keep up with one case at the moment. Here we go. Yeah, let me play that video again from Sloan. Actually, let me play this right here. Then I'll play the other video.
On Twitter. I feel like I need to speak on this. Okay, be serious for a minute, because the narrative that's been spun on Twitter. First off, I want to retract my statement. Obviously, the other day I was defending David before all the new evidence came out. I do not condone anything that David has done or is doing. Okay, that is wicked and it's just unbelievable. It's been a lot to process. And one more thing, I want to say, the girl that I met named Celeste at the Faze house is not the same Celeste that was killed.
Do you guys catch that? Where he says the same Celeste that was killed? How does he know she was killed?
It's been a lot to process. And one more thing, I want to say, the girl that I met named Celeste at the Faze house is not the same Celeste that was killed.
Did you guys notice that? Whoa, that was weird. Did he slip? That is weird. That is weird. Who says that, right? Nobody knows whether she was killed, overdosed. Nobody knows. So why do you... Oh my goodness, man. These kids, man. Seriously.
RIP to that girl. But, yeah. Condolences to that girl and her family. That's just horrific. But yeah, let's just move on, bro. All right, I feel like I need to say that because a lot of Twitter pages, random kick pages, throwing my name on the bus, no jumper, all this bullshit. Random, unreputable news pages just trying to get clicks and all this other shit. One thing I also want to add to the David situation. I did not know anything. I'm not even close friends with David. I made a song with him. All right, I had dinner with him one time in a group setting, and they motherfuckers saying I'm best friends with him. No, bro. That's insane.
There you go. There you go. He says he didn't even know him. Jason the Ween, part of the Phase crew, gaming crew. So there you go. He says he doesn't know David like that. Let me play that again. Let me play that again. He says he doesn't know him.
All this other.
Like
One thing
that.
I also want to add to the David situation. I did not know anything. I'm not even close friends with David. I made a song with him. All right, I had dinner with him one time.
So he says he had dinner with him one time. He doesn't even know David like that. Okay.
In a group setting, and they motherfuckers saying I'm best friends with him. No, bro. That's insane.
All right. He's not best friends with him. All right. That's what he says. All right. 499. Super chat. Thank you, Chloe. Appreciate you. Heck yeah. Let's go. Claude says, bringing comic relief. Did you hear that Cobra is complaining about bananas he is being served in prison? Also, Gomar killing it, my friend. What? Bananas? Out of all the things? What the heck? Yeah, that is some freaking comic relief, man. What the heck? Are you serious? Brian Kohlberger, you need to just do your time, man. Complain about the bananas? Jeez, man. These people, right? Thank you, Chloe. Seriously, thank you for your $4.99. Really appreciate it. It goes a long way. Thank you so much. Yeah, he walked right into that one, huh? Best friends knows everything, says Singing Gizman. A little bit of Lisa. I hope they inject Kohlberger's bananas with hamburger grease. Oh, yeah, he's vegan, right? Or something like that. That's funny. Whitney said, just because you say it in a video doesn't mean the cops won't come and talk to you. Absolutely. Yeah, he said, Adele, he says he just made a song with them. He's not best friends with them. And, pretty much distancing himself. And that's it. He said, all right, all right. Dale Dank says, I've seen enough to lock him up too. Whoa. That's crazy. That's funny. Everyone's like, liar. They're all saying that, says Whitney. What is he doing at the beach shooting the videos with the crew? Well, he says he made one song, but he says he doesn't know him like that. But I mean, he's here hanging out with them. All right. I guess you don't like them bruised bananas. Bananas. Yeah, he's probably getting all kinds of bananas in there, huh? Jessica, I have been about 6 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class. We might stand it. Right on. Let me play the Sloan video again real quick.
Examiner's office and the media. There's been a lot of misinformation in the David investigation between the LAPD, the medical examiner's office, and the media. There's been a lot of misinformation out there, and I've been trying my best to keep you guys up to date on this investigation. And it seems like my video has reached some people who are working behind the scenes. And in particular, there's an anonymous source who has seen Celeste's remains who's come to me and wanted to clear the air on some of the information floating around. Now, I want to keep this source anonymous because I feel honored that they did come to me and I want to respect this. And after doing some vetting, I do believe that this person has been around Celeste's remains and does have some of the details that were missing. Remember, TMZ claims they have their own source within the medical examiner's office, and I do not believe that we're speaking to the same person because they have information that contradicts what TMZ is saying.
Very well-connected source connected to the medical examiner, the LA County Medical Examiner. And they doubled, tripled, quadrupled, and sextupled down that the body was found in a partially frozen state.
This is graphic because we've got some of those disturbing details to go through, so let's talk about it. So Celeste's remains arrived at the medical examiner's office in 3 garbage bags. One bag had her legs, one bag had her torso, cut above mid-thigh. Another bag had her head and her arms. This already contradicts what some of the reporting says, that Celeste was not decapitated. My source is saying 3 bags. We've got the legs in one, torso, and the head and arms in another, which would mean that she was decapitated. But there is an LAPD captain who was quoted saying that her body was partially dismembered but not decapitated. So again, something that's being misreported that my source wanted the world to know. My source wanted to focus on the cuts in particular. I mean, we know that Celeste was dismembered, decapitated, cut down at the neck and to the mid-thigh. Multiple different cut marks were visible on the bones. Some looked like they may have come from a hand saw that was not very effective. Other markings looked like an electric tool. Our source
They put some commentary on this. So he said a hand saw and an electric saw, like the one we saw earlier. Huh. That's interesting. Let me play it again.
Claims that they saw evidence of at least 3 different tools being used. It kind of goes along with what Steve said at one point, that there were farm tools. Investigator Steve, sorry, I feel like we're so used to talking about him, but he's been on this case, and he says that there were farm tools discovered at the home that was in Los Angeles. So maybe those are the same tools that our EM saw that were used on this body.
Searched the home, and that he found, and look, does this mean anything? Does it not? That's the question. But he claims, basically heavy machinery and farm equipment, for equipment that you could use to potentially get rid of a body. So he says these things were found.
This is a portion of my conversation with our source. I will redact it in portions throughout the video to protect their identity, but I wanted to go through the cutting aspect. They're saying that the fact that there were multiple tools used is a reason why David is not maybe the sole suspect. It seems like other people had their turn, helping out with him. I don't know. It's so disturbing. They rate the amount of force it takes to cut a body in the way that you can determine the force by the teeth marks from, let's say, a saw. If I tried cutting...
Yeah, again, guys, this is just leaked information. Take it with a grain of salt, okay? That's not confirmed.
her, and it took 20 times to get her leg off. It may not take you, another person, to 20 times to do the same, because you may be stronger than this person is. So there's inconsistent cut marks from more than one tool, which makes it possible to have more than one suspect. They also say it looks like whoever was supposed to finish the job never did, and left her the way she was found rather than actually disposing of her body. Forensic technology uses teeth marks from something like a saw to estimate the force that was used, which I guess the way that her body was chopped shows that there was different levels of force being used. Because of the cut patterns and the force appearing inconsistent, they think that there's more than one person involved. Now let's talk about the frozen aspect. So our source claims that the only time Celeste was ever frozen was when she was being placed in the crypt. The crypt is at the medical examiner's office. It's where they put the body as they're going through testing it and reviewing it so it stays as fresh as possible. According to our source, they don't believe Celeste was frozen or ever frozen. They also described Celeste's remains as soupy or waterlogged, which...
Yeah, we went over the waterlogged different perspectives, so that was interesting too.
shows extreme decomposition. Remember, TMZ has been adamant that their source within this investigation believes that she was frozen. TMZ reported that we're told the body parts were partially frozen and had been thawing out sitting in David's trunk. In another report, they write that it appeared the body had been frozen somewhere and was thawing out. But the LAPD captain who's running this said on the LAPD side that the body was never frozen. TMZ has doubled down, saying they have a very connected source within the medical examiner's office that does say that she was frozen. Here is the LAPD statement. They released this on November 21st, where they stated the body was, again, not frozen. So there's this back and forth. And I don't know what's going on here. Harvey suspects that maybe his source at the medical examiner's office is right, and there's some issues within the LAPD and the ME's office, and they can't decide what the facts are. But either way, our source claims that their team, the people there, do not believe the body was ever frozen, which does lead you to question, where was her body? Because they do believe that she was dead for months and months. So where did they store her? They said the decomposition was so advanced they could not visually tell if she had been strangled or otherwise assaulted. They claimed the smell was overwhelming, much stronger than the usual case, which lines up with how the Tesla was discovered because of that odor. Another interesting piece of information we learned was that Celeste's body reportedly could not be identified through fingerprints, which makes sense. She was waterlogged. They normally might use something like a toenail for DNA, but in this case, they had to use dental records. Again, I don't think that's been released.
Oh, that's interesting. Dental records. I didn't catch that before. Hey, Gravity, good to see you. Welcome.
that they used dental records to identify her. There were reports that said that Celeste had a yellow metal chain bracelet on. This is also something I can confirm that my source said, yes, in fact, in the bag where her head and her arms were, there was the bracelet. Right now, within the office, it seems like the rumors, now this is what they're saying. So imagine a workplace and everyone's talking about the case. This is kind of what's going around right now. They believe that this was possibly an overdose. They don't see any gunshot wounds. They can't like tell if she was strangled. Toxicology is still going through it. I mean, my source said that they're still working on reports. There will be
Yeah, he does have a big following, so I mean, to put the reputation on the line like that, I mean, there has to be some credibility, credibility to it. But again, this isn't confirmed. This is leaked information that somebody came forward to him, and he says he fed it. Again, take it with a grain of salt.
reports at some point. They don't know what it will reveal, but they kind of feel like the working speculation right now is an overdose, and that's how she would have died. My conversation with the source, it's kind of speculated she OD'd due to no obvious signs of injury, like a gunshot wound. Her body was so bad, you can't even tell she was strangled because her tissues were so thin and sludge. Poor girl, it was awful. Just the smell from her decaying was sad. That is all the information that I've learned from my source. And to give you guys a little bit of insight, I've had several sources within this investigation, people we've spoken about that I've spoken to. I respect people's anonymity. I do not want to be, I don't know, I don't want to do anything wrong here. I'm trying my best to verify and to vet everything that I am hearing from people, but there are people who are talking. And if you are out there and you want your information out there, just come to me. Now, of course, we've got a vetting process, so you have to be willing to talk to me. But I do want to talk about the grand jury information. So there's been this secret grand jury meeting where these people are meeting to hear evidence, to hear from witnesses testifying, and to build this case behind the scene that David is the one who did this. Let's talk about what a grand jury means in this case, because they don't immediately.
All right, so that's pretty much it right there. Again, credit to Sloan. His YouTube channel, I mean, he's huge if you haven't heard of him. I mean, this is the first time I've seen him like this in full. I usually just try not to watch too many other people's YouTube when it comes to this case, just so I have my own thoughts and theories. But this information and seeing that his channel was huge, and him putting his reputation on a source, I thought I'd give it a shot, a chance. So there you go. Again, take it with a grain of salt. It hasn't been confirmed. But I like to form my own opinions, my own thoughts, without getting muddied from other people's perspective. And sometimes that works out, and sometimes it takes me longer to come up with theories. But it's fine because in the end, the truth comes out. Jason and David have a song together on SoundCloud called Steez. Chloe says he deserves every ounce of karma. That ish made me mad. Absolutely. I can't with Sloan. He offers salacious, unnamed sources. Right on. Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to at least give it a shot, and see what you guys think. So I do appreciate the feedback. I really do. You guys know me. I've been since day one with the case. So yeah, it is what it is. It's been too long since she passed away. I have a little faith in the ME can determine cause of toxicology might lead to an OD opinion. Maybe, right? Chloe says TMZ pays sources really well. Notably, celebs also use TMZ to benefit. Amber Heard, for example. Wish I could roll my eyes harder than that one. Right? Because they do pay their sources. So then it's it's the credibility of that with journalism. I know a lot of journalism for interviews they don't pay them, so it doesn't influence their decision making. So, but I know that TMZ does pay for their sources for sure, or their tips. Closest gravity, absolutely, I do too. Wasn't his doing. He just did a really bad job covering it, in my opinion. Gravity says, Chloe, But everyone who celebrated Kirk's death, I drew a line with. I still can't understand how people were acting. Yeah, that was disgusting. I mean, you shouldn't celebrate anybody's death unless it's, I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, that was disgusting. Let's see. So there's that article Whitney sent me. So thank you, appreciate that. So that he was looked at, but that came out September 12, 2025. David have been shared a unique creative partnership over the past year, blending live stream culture with rising pop music fame. But now their names are being mentioned under a very different spotlight as the report surfaced of a homicide investigation tied to a Tesla registered to David. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Everybody's under scrutiny, for sure. Thank you, Whitney, for that. Let me see. Jess says, okay, let's say she was never frozen, and if her last known photos and contacts were in early January, she died, murdered, and put in the car for the 40-something days. Where was she between January and the death? Man, that's a good question. That's the $1 million question right there. Where was she? I mean, they are looking into Santa Barbara, right? They are looking into the Santa Barbara connection, so I wonder what that could entail. Let me see. Whitney sent me this one too. Let me check this out. Where is it? Share my screen. I guess this is somebody that streamed it 2 weeks ago, supposedly spotting David in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. We'll see. I don't know.
David. Hi, David.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, did you really kill that kid? I was like, wait, what? What's going on, man? How you doing?
Okay.
Good to meet you, bro.
That's shit.
Hey, who is that? I don't know.
Yeah. Stay dang.
Yeah, I don't think that's David. I don't know. It doesn't seem like he would be just chilling right there. What do you guys think? I don't think so. The closest, the dude from TNC testified during the Depp Heard trial was my Super Bowl. Mark, you should react to that sometime for funsies. What is it? The Depp Heard trial? I'll check it out if I have time. And barely keep up with this case, but yeah, for sure, I'll see what's up. Just remind me. Gravity says, Chloe Mock, it's crazy how Celeste Info saved Team Z after them getting outed for celebrating Kirk's death, and they have clung to it. Del Dink says, screw TMZ, I don't like them. Jazzy was she held captive by him? Did he take her phone and chain her up? I don't know. I think about it. Yeah, I know. One of my mom's native girl has talked about that too, because he is an artist and there's like soundproof. He he could use soundproof and stuff like that. I don't know. We went on the deep end on that one, and that's one of her theories too. Is that I mean, that's one of our like thousands of theories that we have, that if it's possible that he could have kept her alive for that period of time. When it says people saying on Reddit that FaZe is known for fake SWATs. Oh, really? Huh. Little bit of Lisa. Oh heck, it's way past my bedtime. Honest. I know, right? Let's see. Oh my god, the Depp trial brought me so much life. The TMZ witnesses was flawless. You have to check that out again sometime. Yeah, I don't think it's him. I don't think it's David. I mean, I think they were just messing around and playing around. Yeah, definitely right. To say it like that, yeah. Little bit of sleep. You and I both, man. You and I both. I seen a little bit of it, clips of it. I've been so busy when I was really busy when that came out, but I could probably, if you guys want to, I could go into that. Maybe like a members only or something like that. I could do something like that. Let's see. Yeah, during the Depp trial, one of the best witnesses was the dude that worked from TMZ. During John Depp Amber Heard split, he was so flipping spicy. I love it. It's pretty short too. Yeah, I can probably do like a members only with that. Let me write that down. Give the people what they want. Let's see. Oh, he's 5'4". Damn, that is short. Gravity. Oh, thank you for that. Oh, 5'4". When he says, for all the new people we just don't know, we don't sleep. I know, right? Maybe. Yeah, this guy looks tall too. This other guy right here. Let me get him off my screen. Yeah, we can do something like that. That'd be fun to go over that. And because I do want to do like interrogations. Those are interesting. Close says, yes, Mark, we want all the commentary. Yeah, we can do it. I give the people what they want. Asking you shall receive. Yeah, I did 12 hours one time. That was my record. Yeah. I mean, I eventually want to do maybe a 2-day or a 3-day live. Colo. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna beat that. I don't know how I'm gonna beat a 12-hour live. I mean, the only way I could do that is to go all day, do a 24-hour live, 16-hour live, 18-hour live. I don't know how the heck I'm gonna do that, but I'm down. I'm down to break records, personal records. I go to the beat of my own drum, guys. I do me, and that's it. You guys do you. You guys do your style, however you guys want to do it. But I go at the beat of my own drum. Jess says, I'm wondering if it's possibility, speaking of the phone swap calls, that the pasta call gave me the feeling that they were referring to someone. Huh, that's interesting. You guys, I can play that. Let me play that swatting call. It's been a while since I played. I'll play it. New Year's Eve, let's do it 24 hours? Maybe. Shorts or pants? Dang, man. I love it when chat gets spicy, man. I love it when my chat gets spicy. Let's go. Let's see. These two pics are the ones I couldn't make out. Are those the bag? Yeah, that's the bags. And I know Colo had he's the one that I've heard mention this right here. Flojo. He I don't know if he's still in here. But I give credit where credit is due. Let's see. Let me bring up the images. So what he was saying is that it looked like a garment bag or something like that. Look, check this out. See that? See, like a garment bag? That's what it kind of looks like. So if they're saying bags, then maybe it was like that, and then some other trash bags. I know, right? Oh man, and you guys though are the real rock stars to hanging in with me. You guys are the real rock stars. Safety meeting time. Heck yeah, we're having a marathon when they get arrested. There's our pizza party. Yeah, let's do it. I'm down with that. Pizza party, popcorn, hang out. Yeah, I'm done with that. Mark shorts, since it says Mark shorts are 2 hours long. Yep. Gravity, I swear, David Doctor said the Tesla discovered rabbit hole. She was found practically on her birthday. He released everything on her birthday. Am I crazy? No, not at all. I'll show you another thing too, right? Like keep that in mind. That Gravity, keep that in mind. Cindy from sunny South Florida. I know, right? But yeah, you see this little bit of Lisa? This is like, it looks like a garment bag. It looks like a garment bag right there. So they were saying bags, but I thought it was more. Well, it could be that, and also it could be this too. Like I had mentioned this too in my previous lives. There we go. Gravity, remind me to share the video of David. That he has a shirt that has 9/7, a day after Celeste's body was discovered. Just remind me. Let me see. What was I gonna do? Dang, I forgot. Um, Dang, I forgot my freaking train of thought. What I was gonna do. All right, Gravity. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you so much. That goes a long way. Let's see who got it. Lockbox got it. Received the gift membership. Level Baby Shark. Let's go. Thank you so much, Gravity. All right, isn't that cool? Thank you. You guys are the best, man. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Yeah, tacos. Let's go. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, Gravity. Let's see. Dang, I forgot what I was gonna bring up. Um, I don't know. I forgot. It'll come back to me. But let me put that for you, Gravity. Let me see. Let me see. 1 second. Let me bring it up right here. Yeah, at his concert. He's at his concert. Let me bring that up. Let's see. Oh, here it is. All right, let me bring this up. Let me share my screen. Image. Celeste Rivas case. Here's the concert, the picture. Where's the picture I just saw right now? Oh, yeah, okay. So this is the one that I want to bring up too right here. This one, look. See the tarp? This one? That's what I thought maybe that was in here too. This tarp right here. And then let me bring up that other picture for you. Gravity. Image. This one right here. Yeah, see this right here? See if I can enlarge that. There we go. Look at that, 9/7. This was the day after Celeste Rivas' body was discovered. 9/7. What is 9/7? That's Celeste's birthday right there. 9/7. Isn't that wild? Yeah, chorizo's good, huh, Whitney, and a little bit of Lisa. Mm-hmm. Now he doesn't have a OCD, and the pictures of the bedroom is dirty, trash, clothes everywhere. So glad thing to know. We have Mexican food for Thanksgiving dinner. I am boycotting tradition. Each year I will prioritize being at a different beach every Christmas. Dang, that's nice. Yeah, the tarp, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, my family missed Thanksgiving. My aunt fell that morning and broke her hip. Successfully surgery. Oh, right on, a little bit, Lisa. Dang. Right, yeah, Gravity. See, this is what I wanted to. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Look, 9/7, Celeste's birthday, September 7th. This was a day after her birthday when she was discovered. All right, this guy. Everything is symbolism. Everything is what's the word? Calculated. So there it is, right there. Everybody was saying like, man, what a slap in the face. You know what I mean? Let me see. if I saved any of those videos. But that tarp is interesting. That tarp that he's putting blood on it. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I have video of it, but I do have video of this. Let me show you these videos right here. Let me just make up some, get some space right here. Add a new scene, media, video. Oh yeah, I do have it. It's right here. Let me just pause or it. See that? That was, look at that. Look at that. 9/7. Look at that. 9/7. And this was a day after Celeste Rivas' body was discovered. He's performing like nothing, chilling, wearing a 9/7 shirt. Look at that. Can't make this shit up, man. Cannot make this shit up. Yeah, let me play the SWAT video one. But look at that. Isn't that wild? Freaking wild, man. Yeah, pretty strange, huh? Pretty strange. Yeah, I think maybe this has something to do with it. The tarp. Yeah. She had surgery. Told me she tough all. Oh dang! She made 83. She made it. Oh, right on. Dang. Yeah, I'm glad her surgery was successful, Lisa. 97 in the Bible stands for end. Really? Whoa. See, it's all like symbolism. Symbolism. Yeah. Thanks, Mark. You do better than the FBI. Let me play that swatting call. I haven't heard that in a while. Hey, Miss Teddy. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? How was your Thanksgiving?
I'm gonna show you guys the eats before we embark on our tour adventure. We got the Bangin' Balls burgers, the Bangin' Balls tender,
There's
tour
Neo.
bus vibes, studio in the back because we making music called Tour. You know where it's at. You know what it is. Why am I talking like this? I don't know. See y'all in San Francisco. First show on the way. We're gonna get naked on stage. I'm gonna show you guys the eats before we embark on our tour adventure. We got the banging balls. Burgers, the banging. I'm gonna show you guys the eats before we embark on our tour adventure.
Okay, here it is. Let me load this one up, and then I'll load up I'll load up both videos. Andrew Dice Clay. Yeah, I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. I just I forget that I put it on pause. Yeah, I'm right here. I'm right here. Sorry. Dang, I keep muting myself. Keep muting myself. Sorry about that. Yeah, that'd be a twist, huh, Whitney? Miss Teddy says, I had a nice one with my brothers came home. How was your Thanksgiving? It was okay. I got sick, but I'm feeling a lot better. It was my brother's first Thanksgiving turkey. And
County Sheriff.
he made green beans too. The green beans messed me up. Ugh, just thinking about it. But here's the 911 call.
County Sheriff's Office is Amber. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, Waller County Sheriff's Office.
Hello, I need help.
Okay, what's going on? Where are you at?
My address is...
Okay, what's going on?
I heard, some, gunshots.
Okay. How close to your residence were they?
They were, right outside my house, and I think someone's dead.
Okay, what's your name?
Say it again?
What's your name? Okay, what's a good phone number for you, sir? Okay, and why do you believe that somebody's dead?
I just heard, a loud scream, and there was, gunshots.
Oh, scream. Okay. After shots. Okay, but you haven't saw or heard anything else after that?
I heard a scream.
Oh, was it a male or a female scream, do you think?
It was a female.
Female? Okay, we're going to go ahead and get deputies headed out that way and just confirming you're at...
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to get them sent that way, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Pretty weird. And then let me load this other one up. Let me replace this one with the actual 911. Oops. There we go.
Too many windows. Here, knock on the door. We got a phone call from here saying that somebody was dead. What? Is there somebody else that lives on this property that has your address? What's your address? No. That's it.
That's it. That's what actually got.
We got an address. There was a gunshot and a woman scream. What? I'm serious. That's why we came up here like this because and then they talked to the caller. Whoever they were talking to said that there's a person dead.
No sir. No sir.
Knock on the door. We need to talk to him. We ain't got time for this.
Ma'am, we got to figure out what's going on so we can leave, okay?
Very advised. We made contact. They said nothing happened here. She shut the door. Now she's calling 911.
That's clear. We haven't received a call.
I believe she's going to be in the process.
Go ahead, give him a call if you want to verify it. Okay.
All right, she's calling you now. There's more that went on.
Can you repeat, sir?
Yeah, Whitney, that's one of my theories I had too. Along those lines, is that maybe he did that, and at the last minute, he chickened out. We see that in a lot of cases where, unaliving by a cop.
They're broken traffic.
Huh? That's not normal activity. If you were at the wrong address, they'd be concerned about somebody else. Like really? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they'd be trying to help. Sorry to bother you, but somebody called and said there was something. I mean, there was a person where they called on themselves. You know what I mean? It was like, hey, there's somebody dead.
Someone's dead. Yeah.
That's why we had to take caution. You know what I mean? Wasn't trying to scare y'all. Just this house is way off the roadway.
So you just opened the gate and came in?
Yes, ma'am. I'll put it back. I have a gate just like it.
I can get part of it in my country.
Yeah, when it's something like this, when they say somebody's dead, their life matters more than, you know what I mean?
I hear.
I didn't damage your gate. I just opened it. Okay. It ain't on their phone.
And this is not a Texas.
Yeah, that's an out-of-state number.
Someone's messing with us.
But it would pinged here though, because wherever they call from, it pings and sends it to dispatch.
What the what?
So like whenever you call 911, wherever you are, it sends like a ping. That's how they know the address.
And this address came up to this number?
Yes, ma'am. That's where he was meeting. County to engine 42.
So it says somebody on my property?
It could be. We'll check the property for you.
Yes, please.
So we'll ride around. If you can give me a layout, how's the property? Like, does it go further? Like,
no, it doesn't go any further back. It's just right here, and then it goes right
the fence, with the gate, and the fence around, which is a private fence.
Okay. Well, him and I will ride around and check, and then we'll leave. You know?
Yeah. Okay. So that was a false alarm. You see, I don't like this kind of thing. So if I really do have an emergency, then
yeah.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Sorry.
Well, if you do have an emergency, you know we're going to be here.
Okay.
We're going to get here.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
All right.
Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, some pretty weird stuff right there. The dad not speaking, wife doing all the speaking. I don't know if it feels weird. So his LA number pinging from Texas. Oh, that'd be interesting too, right? If he has an LA number, Texas number or something, but it says it pinged from there, the house. The cop sounds 10 years old. Oh man, you guys are too funny. You guys are so funny. All right, guys, I gotta get going. I need to lay down. I said I was only gonna be here for an hour. I've been 3-hour mark now. Let me shout out everybody that donated today. Let's see. Let me go to my chat because I gotta get going. I want to lay down. So special thanks to Didi Fuentes for $2.99 super sticker with the emoji pair. Thank you so much, Didi Fuentes. I really appreciate you. Winnie, thank you so much for your $2 super chat too. He is from Dallas, Texas, same state as David, referring to Jason Neween. And Chloe, for your $4.99 super chat too. Thank you so much. She says, bringing comic relief. Did you hear that Colbert is complaining about bananas? He is being served in prison. Thank you so much. Thank you. Seriously, without you guys, I can't do this without you. Seriously, with your love and support. Gravity 305 gifted 1 membership. So if you got a membership from Gravity, thank you so much. Again, Didi Fuentes, Whitney, Chloe, and Gravity. Seriously, thank you so much for your help and the support. If you guys can't hit the like button, that helps out too. Again, it's not required, but it is appreciated. It goes a long way, and it goes to one pot. Gas, food, Coke Zero, anything for the channel. For example, like I got some headphones now. I can hear what is on the screen. It's making my lives a lot more smoother. The headphones were like $10, $12 or something like that with taxes. I forget, something like that. I mean, they're super comfortable. I can hear what's going on the screen, and they're plug-ins. It's wired. I would stay on longer, but I want to get some rest. But I did want to come out here for some breaking news, like of the leak. Again, take it with a grain of salt, guys. Do your own research. It's not confirmed. I've said it throughout the video. And credit to Sloan. I posted his channel. If you guys, he's a huge channel. If you haven't heard of him, and also I posted the music too for the music that I play on here. I'll play it as an outro. They're really good. Again, it's in the description. And yeah, I don't know. I was asking Flo if he was going live, because I asked him to come up on panel just so we can go over some stuff. But he said he was shy, and I can't force people up here, of course. So I got to respect that. And then also, I try to do like the collab with creators. It didn't have the option on there. I don't know what's going on, but if you guys want to check out his channel, he's also covering the case. So shout out to him. I'll post his channel on here. Let me see. So let me post it up. Let me find it real quick. He's part of the Shark family. He's very supportive of the channel. So let me give him a shout out. Let's see. Here we go. Copy. Flow. Yeah, man. Sorry I couldn't I know, man. I wanted you up here. Yeah, I wanted you to come up. And drop the link, but maybe next time it's fine. Whatever. No big deal. But there's this channel if you guys want to, if you guys to go live, man. I'll send everybody there if you want to just go live and just so people can hang out. You know what I mean? They're all yours, Flo. So that's this channel. Let me drop the other links too. Give full credit where credit is due. Oh, right on. That's cool. Professional help. Wow. That's awesome. Wow. Let's see. Let me bring up Sloan's channel. Give me 1 second. Just give full credit where credit is due. Because I know what it takes to, do these lives. It's a lot of work. So I have a lot of. So that's Sloan's channel right there. If you guys want to look at the full video, and then let me drop this other link too, for the music that I play. They're really cool too. Check those music out. Check it out. The music right there, very cool. Let me play that out for the out intro. They've been so kind and generous for me to or anybody to play their music. Yeah, so thank you guys so much. Here's the outro. Yeah, check Flojo's channel. Hopefully he goes live right now. If not, then check him out anytime. He's a really big help, real big supporter of the channel, and I mean, I just don't have anything bad to say. I mean, everything, nothing but good things to say about him. So there he is. There's Sloan's channel, and then there's this one, the channel right here, the music. Go check them out. Thank you guys so much for your help and love and support. Make sure you guys hit the like button, all right? You guys have a good night. Let's go, Coke Zero Gang. I'm out. Good night, everybody. I'll leave the chat on for a little bit.
Bye.